Hi, and welcome to the second part of our Call of Cthulhu novel adventures game, where we raise money with people who've written books and one hapless volunteer who's here to help them out. My name is Anniek. I am the keeper today, which means I get to run the game and I get to tell you things about stuff. Which is currently mainly about Project Hope, which is the charity we are supporting today. Continuing on our donation goal from last week. They respond to humanitarian crises around the world. They're still helping in Turkey and Syria for earthquake survivors. They're helping in Sudan. They're helping in the Ukraine. And they're currently responding in Gaza as well. Donating helps them. It helps other people. It can help our players. You can help their characters make it through the game. And if we get another, let me check, if we get another $30, we actually have a giveaway planned as well. So that is exciting. We will quickly go around and let people introduce who they are and very quickly who they're playing. We'll give a miniature recap because, it was only last week. We all know what happened. And then we can dive right back into the actual game. I'm going to go in the order of the overlay, so we're going to start with Jamison.
Hello, I am Jamison Shea. I'm the author of I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is Me, a YA horror about a ballerina on a rampage. And I am playing Delphinium Rowe. I am a cat burglar. I do not have social skills, cannot fight, but I've got gumption.
All true and all wonderfully displayed last week again already. Your partner in crime? Partner in exciting paranormal investigations. Clem.
Hello, I'm Mel. I write as CM Rosens, and I'm playing Clem Wells, who is a 1930s film star who generally plays crones. We've established, and I lost a few constitution points last week, so I'm playing this session from bed appropriately.
Deeply envious. I just realized that when I said I'm going to go in the order of the overlay, I saw they're getting already, but I meant like column, not row. So joining us this week as a soon-to-be introduced player character who's done a little bit of research into what's going on here, Derek.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, Anniek, you are the game master. You are the keeper. You are infallible. Don't worry about it. I'm Derek Sword. I am not a writer. I've written nothing that you can read. I'm just here because I'm the sword half of Sword and Key, and I'm just here to have fun and be useful. And if my character dies, that's what I build him for. Let's do this. Put me in, coach. Happy to be here.
Yes, thank you, Derek. So last week, Delphinium and Clem were, I don't know, invited. Summoned is too hard a word. Invited to go meet with a rather wonderful, dare I say, rich person. Mainly because he needed some people to go check out what is definitely a completely regular auction. They met with Mr. Finch, Delphinium having been asked for her cat burglary skills, and Clem having been asked for her notoriety, her fame, her face, her just people knowing who you are, honestly. They were to go to a lovely, definitely not at all creepy, somewhat secluded hotel. So weird how that keeps happening. And bid, not necessarily steal. Pretty sure that was the actual mission. Bid on something called the Disintegrator, a weapon, question mark, invention being sold by a Mr. Pelfrey, who claims that this wonderful device is entirely of his own design. Gave a lovely demonstration of said device in the hotel grounds, making a rather large angel statue completely disappear. In addition to making the angel statue disappear, it also caused Delphinium and Clem to see some rather strange things and to lose some hit points. Delphinium, of course, has already cat-burgled her way through the entire upper floor of this hotel, ran into some people, pretended it was drunk, and in the wrong room, didn't quite get away with it, has been keeping a suspicious eye on some poor janitor cleaning the floor, while Clem did the meet and greet, did the mingle, talked to just about everyone. And was a little frustrated because no one seems to be very forthcoming about what they're actually doing here. They're just here to bid on this wonderful machine. Delphinium saw a few strange things when the disintegrator was fired. Clem, not so much seeing strange things as hearing strange things. Something about a very loud scream, lights flickering, fog creeping in, tentacles. So I promised that we could start today with your very first sanity checks, because you've just encountered things that make absolutely no rational sense. So please make a sanity check and see how well you cope with life as it is right now. Clem, of course, being made of sanity, I foresee no problems.
Is this D100?
If you have, let me check. Yeah, D100. 85, that's a ridiculous amount of sanity.
71.
Pass, good job.
I got 25.
25.
Yeah, it's the lowest I've ever rolled.
Very nice. So the fun part about Call of Cthulhu is that when you pass, it doesn't mean you don't take any damage. It just means you take less damage. So we're still gonna lose a little bit of sanity, but the risk of this being a critical problem is a little less. You only take 5 sanity points, which is good because 6 would have meant problems. So good. You lose 5 points of sanity. And I would like for you two to describe to me, taking turns, what this manifests as. What do other people see when you realize that things here are disturbing, weird, not quite normal? Definitely not something you signed up for?
What?
What?
I
think
mean,
that's
do you
just,
stand
our
do you stand
general-
still in shock? Do you reel back?
Oh, I probably do a big film star faint, I imagine, even though I'm totally fine. Part of the Constitution loss, I feel probably
crumples
a
to the
good idea.
floor.
Yes, but like very dramatically so that I can get carried out just away from the machine for a little bit, I feel is the best solution.
Okay.
Okay.
Delphinium?
Delphinium is not entirely sure all that wine went onto their shirt. Maybe they accidentally drank some of it. Maybe there's something going on with them. Maybe they need some sleep, some rest.
Me?
You know, they're blinking, rubbing their eyes.
In their
I'm
own room
tired.
instead of someone else's room for a change?
Yes, I need to go to my own room that is actually mine and not just a place I picked my way into.
Definitely accurate. Albert, you did make it here in time for the demonstration. You did your own hobnobbing inside. Clem Wells, 1930s movie star, one of the handsomest crones to ever crone, faints near you.
Oh boy, howdy, this is probably going to be a big scoop. Not the scoop I was looking for, but a scoop indeed. Gonna go over to Clem. Faints. Just kind of like kneel down, fan the face. Especially because like if Clem was mask presenting in the 30s, it'd probably be a solid slap to the face. That's how you wake somebody up from fainting. But you have to be gentle with dames and dames, as somebody who's progressive in the 30s might say.
It's fine.
So does my fanning do anything,
Yes.
Anniek? I will ask you that.
I hope so. I'm just on the floor for a while.
I mean, the swoon was a swoon and not an actual faint. So,
I see.
actually, Albert, if you want to, you can roll spot hidden
Yeah, sure.
or
Yeah,
medicine. If you're better at medicine, I'll take either.
nope, don't know why a paper man would be good at medicine. That's actually a 2, so starting off strong. Yeah,
Very strong.
My spot hidden's in the 60s. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
So as you're fanning Clem's face, you see the classic peeking between the lashes to see who's actually fanning her, not actually unconscious. You see Delphinium slip off. And it's called spot hidden, but it's also about hearing things. Delphinium, oddly jangly when they walk.
I was gonna say I do also have listen as one of the
Yeah, no, I'm just
skills
rolling these into one because you had a 2.
Yeah. Okay. If Clem seems fine, just like, excuse me, miss, and I'm gonna see if I can go follow off after Jamison.
Back on the floor.
Yeah, literally just like swooped out from like, you've got this, right? 2 feet on the ground.
One of the other gentlemen in hideous suits will at least catch the back of your head, avoid most of the blunt force trauma, while Albert chases after Delphinium.
Delphinium does not like being followed.
Could I not to overly PvP this right up at the start? Could I potentially roll stealth to try to keep from being obvious?
I think you can roll stealth, which means Delphinium rolls a spot hidden to see if which one of you comes out on top. Rollies.
So I rolled a 60, which is exactly my number.
Okay.
Got a 74, so I'm not noticing anything.
So
Okay.
Albert, not your finest hour, and yet
Right.
Delphinium seems to be unaware.
It doesn't help that I left a starlet to the throes of gravity behind me. Yeah.
Okay, Delphinium, are you actually heading back to your own actual room?
No, I lie.
Color me surprised.
I want to go into the basement. I am enticed by the basement, seeing as everyone is concerned about my darling Clem. And also the demonstration. I'm hoping that now the creepy janitor who's been mopping the floor for 5 hours, maybe they've gone away. Maybe I can see what has been hidden down here.
On behalf of the janitor, offended at being called creepy, just thorough, thank you very much. But yes, okay, yes, back definitely head into the perfectly regular, normal, unsuspicious basement. The janitor has in fact vacated this particular post.
Lucky me.
Roll spot hidden before you enter the basement. Let's see how well you're paying attention. 12. So somehow you missed Albert. And I think that's because you were paying a little bit of attention to something else. Namely, before you even get to the basement, you're still in, I think it's called a lobby.
Yeah.
The janitor's bucket, still there but overturned, water spilled out. Mop on the floor, nowhere near where it should be. Front door, half open. Everything else closed.
That's weird. Okay. And
No
there's
words,
no
not
one
mine.
around.
Nope.
No one around, huh?
Well, you and Albert, but you don't know about Albert.
I don't know about Albert. There's
He's like
no one
behind
here
a
but
plant
me.
pot or something.
Pretty much. behind the little desk.
Okay, can I peek through the door? I don't want to open the door. I don't want to move the door. I just want to peek.
Peek. Front the half open door?
Yes.
Yes. You see the outside of the hotel again. But barely at this point. The fog that has been creeping in is so dense you can
course
barely
there's
see
fog.
the garage at this point.
Of course there's fog.
Of
Okay.
course there's fog. You knew there'd be fog. I described fog last time. There's always fog.
It's always fog.
In this case, though, compared to the fog you saw, I think 10 minutes ago when I want to say Clem went down, but that sounds weird. When Clem swooned, there was less fog than there is now, and all you did was go inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to head to my room to think and change my shirt because it smells like stale wine and sweat, panic, fear, you know.
Stress.
Did you not want to see the basement?
You can still go to the basement. But you have to walk through because the actual entrance to the basement is, yeah, there's two options, but you can still go down to the basement now that the janitor is weirdly gone.
It sounds like I'm gonna die.
I'm distracting
what?
everyone for you.
That's why we got
This-
Derek in, so at least someone for you to play with.
The
We don't-
smartest character in a horror movie. Yeah, no, it sounds like I'm gonna die. Yeah, maybe.
You know
Oh,
what?
creepy
Clem
fog.
has their attention for a
But there's
while.
a basement.
The fog
Okay.
is weird, the open door is weird, but Clem has their attention for a while. I can just dip in, dip out. Yeah. We're going to the
Exactly.
basement.
Going to the basement. Leading question. Cat burglar, but also jangling with silver. Are you sneaking into the basement? Like, are you putting the cutlery away, or are you just walking in with your whole I'm drunk and I accidentally found my way die? Are we lying? Are we sneaking? What's the method here?
I'm going to withdraw 3 spoons, exactly 3, no more,
Exactly
no less,
3. Mhm.
from my pockets, and I will pretend to return them. I'm lost. I don't really know my way around this hotel, but I saw them left in the dining hall, and I would like to make sure that they get to the rightful.
Okay. Walking down the basement stairs with your oddly specific number of spoons. Is it me or does Jamison look frozen?
I'm back!
We're back! Yes! I was
Okay.
like, that is a long time to make that face.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, I'm returning the spoons. I'm going to pretend that I found them in the dining hall.
Yep.
And you should be careful because there are people with sticky fingers.
Really? In
In
this
this hotel? Yeah.
establishment?
And I know, shocking.
You know, it's so hard to get good stuff nowadays.
It really is.
Probably the
As you're
janitor.
walking down the basement stairs, you hear 2 female voices coming from the basement, who appear to be gossiping about someone called Rachel.
Ooh. Who's Rachel? Okay.
You're not sure who Rachel is, but she's spending a lot of time with Mr. DeWitt, who is a guest, and they're not allowed relations with the guest, so maybe they should turn her in.
Wait, so Rachel is a staff member.
Yeah,
Having
that's
a relation-
that's
Right.
what the Delphinium can pull from this. Yeah,
Okay, got it.
Okay.
and judging
that
by the
sounds-
rest of the talk, the 2 people talking are also staff members because they're gonna get her fired, gonna get her friend in next season, get rid of her.
I would love to interrupt them so they would get out of my way so I can keep moving. So, hello, I've got some spoons.
Yes, of course. They they're at the bottom of the stairs, and they're holding things that apparently need to be carried upstairs. And they startled. They're like, oh, they really shouldn't have been heard talking about this. So they do the whole flustered, scatter, walk you through. And as you just sort of storm past them, yelling about spoons, you hear one of them behind your back go, "Did she say spoons?"
Yes.
Good luck. Yes. And they're just going to scurry up the stairs and pretend, at least sort of go back to work. Because getting caught by a guest is, not good for your future employment prospects.
In this hotel that's not very heavily staffed anyway.
Yeah, they might decide they can do with 2 less maids.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, they're gone. I'm going to proceed into the basement slowly.
Beautiful. It's a basement. It's small. There's storage. There's wine and cleaning supplies and one other person who looks to be mid-30s probably, who hasn't noticed yet because he's very busy with an electrical box.
Ooh.
Like the wall-mounted kind, not the small detonation kind, like the... We'd call it a breaker box, probably.
Interesting. Okay, Delphinium would like to ask them about the lights that were flickering. And also, where would I return these spoons? I'm lost.
Right. My apologies, I didn't hear you come down. The lights flickering, yes, that was strange. Those seem to be back up. The phones won't work, though. And I think spoons just hand into a maid when you see one. There were 2 here.
Didn't see them. Never seen a maid in my whole life. Okay, cool, thanks. But the lights are okay now, right? Everything's solid?
They certainly appear to be for now.
Okay.
We're just focusing on getting phones back up. And telegraph, preferably.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to leave the basement for now. But on my way out, I would like to swipe a bottle of wine for Clem. Not for me. I'm generous.
Beautiful. White or red?
White.
Clem seems like white. Yeah.
Bottle of white wine. Add that to your inventory. Speaking of, Clem.
Hello.
Have you recovered from your swoon?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, so you got back up, dusted yourself off.
Yeah, good. Like chased away some Italians or something, I don't know. Like
Oh,
fine.
but
Just...
madam, we need to help you.
No.
You know, suspicious hands as they're trying to help you up.
Yeah, it's fine. Thanks.
And then what?
I'm going to go back inside and hang on, what am I going to do? I'm going to see if I can actually have a word with Emmeline, who is the wife of the guy, because I feel really weird after all of that, and I'm now wondering if the reason that he is unwell is to do with the machine that he's been tinkering with. So I'd like to find out how long he's been unwell for and see if it's actually dangerous in that sort of sense, that it's kind of like perhaps the reason why I fainted and why my constitution has dropped dramatically.
Just being put away as someone's wife. But yes, you can absolutely go find Emmeline, who is currently on her way seemingly to the stairs. So you can intercept her.
Cool. So I'm going to intercept me. That was an interesting demonstration.
Yes, I saw you feel a little unwell. Have you recovered?
Yes, thank you very much. I was just wondering if there was a reason for that. I don't normally faint, and I was just, have you ever seen it demonstrated before, or is that something that normally happens?
This is the first time I've attended a demonstration like this.
But your husband has attended, well, obviously,
I mean,
multiple.
he's tested it before he made it.
Yes.
He created the entire device, so surely.
And is his illness recent, or I noticed he was looking rather unwell?
No, it started some 14 months ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And when was it that he started building the machine? Was it
Oh,
before that?
after that. No,
Oh,
after
after
that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
He
Okay.
had a rather unfortunate expedition and lost a dear friend, and
Oh,
has been declining ever since. And I've asked several doctors, could it be it's this newfangled depression, or
oh,
it's
they
hard
never
to
had that
tell
in my
really.
day. Yes.
One of the doctors we took him to suggested it, but it's so hard to tell.
Well, what was the expedition that he was on? Was that a very dangerous thing? I might have read about it in papers.
Oh, no. I call it an expedition because they make it sound all fancy. It was a hunting trip.
Ah, where does he hunt? I have many friends that like to hunt.
This particular trip was in the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, I see. And he won't talk about it, or
He was found alone and just raving about losing his friend, and the search party has never even been able to find a body, and he's just
oh, that's so
apparently
terrible.
yes. Every time I ask, he gets very upset. So we've agreed to, before he has a fit, to not push things.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know what else to ask. I'm going to maybe think about that for a little bit because I'm wondering if there's connections. But I don't know what the connections could possibly be at the moment because the weird. Because yeah, okay, I'm going to leave Emmeline alone and just go back to my room and see if Delphinium is there and if they have discovered anything of interest. And then we can share. Where is Albert at this point?
I was about to go back to Albert because
Where is
Albert was tracking Delphinium, who did not notice him at all. So my question to Albert is, did we sneak down to the basement as well? Or did we simply watch some maids come scurrying back upstairs?
I think he wouldn't have risked going to like the doorway, not knowing how big the basement was, but probably would have seen Delphinium coming back up with like a bottle of wine, and yeah, definitely saw the maids scurrying about. So not necessarily sure, didn't see the electric box or anything like that, but
would have also noticed the overturned bucket. I don't think Delphinium closed the door after she had a little peek outside, so you'd actually see mist come curling into the lobby at this point.
Okay, that's pretty suspicious too. Actually, fun fact:
if you make your face, everything I'm saying sounds suspicious.
Yeah. Sus was actually originally a 1930s slang. Take that, Gen Z. So
youth.
Youth, yeah. Oh, 1930s youth. I think he's kind of like waiting for like. I don't think he would necessarily confront Delphinium about it, because it's just like collecting on a story. It's just he came here for weird happenings. This is definitely a weird happening. Yeah. But I'm not sure how much longer he could necessarily stay hidden, considering his role was, I mean, the peak of mediocrity.
It was the most regular success that has ever regular success.
It's the most normal stealth a person has ever stealthed.
Yes.
He is hiding behind like a single palm frond he has pulled out of a planter.
I was gonna say the newspaper with the 2 eye holes cut out.
Oh yeah, yes. That's good. It's not even his newspaper. It's not even the one he works for.
Well,
I know.
You wouldn't cut into your own newspaper. That's sacrilege.
That's true. Yeah, he's
Better
reading.
cut off the competition.
He works for the Promethean. Their tagline is, spreading the light, but their major competitor is Patriot Shield. We protect you from the truth. That's their slogan. So
Creepy. And you say
Yeah.
that I say suspicious things. I will say then, timing-wise, with people going up and down stairs and coming in and out of gardens, that Albert would have overheard Clem and Emily, considering your locations at certain points in time. So yeah, Clem going back upstairs would find Delphinium in their room.
With only one bed.
There's only one bed. And the sofa. One of you can sleep on the sofa. It's an option.
Yeah.
Again, the far more capable assistant, who is definitely just a roommate, was left behind. So does it count if you're in a hotel? I don't know.
Millicent's fine with it. She's fine with it.
Hey, if you're going to commit one crime, might as well commit several crimes.
And on that segue, hey Clem, I got you a treat. Opinion has a bottle.
Amazing. Good work. So shall we share information?
Yes. Sketchy basement is empty. There is a dude playing with the electric box. He seemed probably confused. Doesn't know why the lights were doing the flickering thing.
I saw the whole moon apparently going phasing in and out. So I think it's more than just the lights. But
unless I don't know, because I'm also wondering, yes, sure, the moon could have vanished and then came back or something sketchy, or the light was so bright that we just couldn't see the moon for a second.
It just kind of okay. All this fog is weird also. Emmeline said that okay, so the machine is probably not the cause of her husband's illness, but he was in a very ill-fated hunting party in the Appalachian Mountains where his friend was, just vanished, and he was found raving about something having happened to his friend, whose body has not been recovered. And that was about 14 months ago, and then after that he started creating this machine which disintegrates and literally makes things vanish and then causes very weird side effects to happen. So I'm kind of I'm thinking there's maybe a connection between these two things, but I can't quite see what it is yet. I
concur. But I find it very strange that he made this entire machine in 14 months. That's
less than that.
In less than 14 months after having a meltdown. This seems like a bigger project than spare time kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, agreed. That's quite suspicious. Yeah.
Can we swap? What do we know about our good old friend Arthur, who has sent us here? Why does he want this? Now that I see what it is, I have questions about his motivations.
We're suddenly questioning the person who hired you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm suspicious why anyone would want this.
Also fair. Roll history, society, pick your favorite interpersonal skill.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I'm giving you options.
There's an interpersonal. Oh no.
My history
if you have psychology because you met him, also allowed.
Okay, yeah. I'll do psychology.
He's not old enough for me to allow archaeology, so don't try. He's not that old.
Fail. I failed the psychology. 73.
Oh, that is quite a fail.
That's quite a fail.
I got an 8.
Nice.
That is pretty good. Which skill did he use in the end?
Psychology, because everything else is too low. So
fair enough. With an 8, I mean, he's in his 70s, right? He's in a wheelchair. He's arthritis. He did used to travel extensively. I'm pretty sure Delphinium looked him up at some point to see if there were any really good antiquities worth stealing, rather than just that bust she had her eye on while visiting.
And all the silverware.
Oh, the silverware. There was a reason they were escorted out by the butler, who's definitely just a butler. Actually, on an 8, that's not a butler, that's a bodyguard. But he is still well known in academic circles. He's also well known in journalistic circles. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink to Albert there. He used to be super famous as a physical scientist and engineer. So there's a healthy, shiny new thing, gimme. And if I didn't think of it, how did that asshole think of it? I want it, let me pick it apart and see how it works. And subtext on an 8 of, if this works, that's terrifying. I need to keep this away from just about everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of the journalistic thing, would it be possible for me to roll for listen to hear this through the door? Like, you know, take a glass to the door? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
By all means, sneak around.
32. So that is less than half of my listen.
Oh, hard success.
So
you're hearing all of this.
Okay. And then at that point, I think he is going to, like, you know, nickel and a haircut or whatever it is, the on the door.
Okay, I think we should open the door, but I don't know, what does Delphinium think, because Delphinium has all of the spoons. I'm going to give them time to like hide their ill-gotten gain.
No, I'm not hiding my spoons. I'm not ashamed. I will, however, have my knife at the ready should I need it as I go to the door and open it.
That's just prudent.
Yeah, that's any hotel room door. Yeah.
Right.
So Albert is on the other side. I should actually describe Albert. He is he's not stocky, he's not slender, he's just average in many means, which helps him blend in when he is doing his reporting. He has just a single mustache, you know, circular glasses. His hair is done in whatever the most popular fashion is for men. Just like if a sore thumb sticks out, he is a comfortable pinky. He is just as average as can be, and stands there in a cheap suit, and he reaches into his suit pocket.
Well, it's gotta be cheap.
I know.
He's a reporter.
I know.
He blends in with all the other cheap suits downstairs. It's fine.
Yeah, he you know what? He went to Men's Warehouse. He likes the way he looks. It's fine. It was affordable. But he pulls out an article of his like it's a badge, and like flips it open and goes, "Albert Whitecastle, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I overheard some of the, apologize for the eavesdropping, by the way, but overheard some of the scuttlebutt you two were sharing and thought I might be able to insert a bit of information of my own, because I have a bee in my bonnet about all this."
That's a lot of words. Delphinium can't read, so they take the newspaper and give it to Clem.
Fantastic.
I forgot.
Canon. It's a canon event. Can't change it.
It's fine. I read scripts, so it's all right.
That's so upsetting for a journalist.
Yep. Proudly illiterate.
Literally can't consume the only thing that I've devoted my life to. Fantastic.
I have no use for this.
Well, television's going to be invented in 30 years, so that's great.
But we've just started the talkies, okay? It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Great.
If only there was a radio man.
It's just silent here. It must have been hell.
Seriously. Delphinium would like to remind Albert that she's packing. I have a knife. No funny business.
No funny business.
I close the door. No, I check to make sure the hallway is empty of everyone else before I close the door.
Brilliant. Okay.
Clem
is reading the article and it's like,
fair enough.
It's all right.
I'll point out to Delphinium that the hallway is not empty. There are people going to the rooms. There is 2 hours between the demonstration and the dinner / first round of bidding, so lots of people are going to freshen up. you have the distant corner, but you see people going into suites and people turning the corner to the rooms on the other end of your hallway.
Okay.
They do seem to be arriving from the stairwell, so you don't think that they were there the whole time. I will say very loud noises right now will attract attention.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will close the door calmly, quietly. And yeah, I've got my knife out just in case Albert thinks I'm joking. Take it away, Clem.
Okay.
Two hands up.
So this article seems reasonably well written. What are you interested in exactly about this? What brings you here? And also, how do you know? Do you know Arthur? Is that why you've picked on us? Has Arthur sent you also?
Fantastic questions. You make a fine reporter yourself. No, in fact, I work for the Prometheus. I am a reporter, a journalist myself, and happened upon here on a bit of a boondoggle. Didn't think there'd be much, but when I saw that machine of his, I was gobsmacked. As far as I can tell, you two are the only sane ones around here trying to figure out what's actually going on, while everybody else just seems to be, high in the clouds. So I figured I might as well team up if you all were looking for a third, and perhaps we can figure out what's actually going on here, because I smell nothing good, and I've been flying by the seat of my pants for about 2 hours now.
Delphinium, what do you think?
How did you find out about this? How are you here?
I have my resources, and I snuck in. I'm absolutely not supposed to be here. Much like I suspect you might not actually be supposed to be here.
No, I'm a guest.
Mm-hmm. As are we all.
Don't know what you're talking about. Definitely have an invite. What do you think, Delphinium? Should we do you trust him or not? You have instincts about people, I feel. Mainly that they can't be trusted. But
I think we've got time to kill, so we can hear him out, hear what he has to say, what his sources have helped him find. And then if it all sounds like a bunch of garbage, then I can show him the door.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Okay, Albert, we will hear you out, and we will let's see what we can dig up together then in that case. What
Fantastic.
Do you know anything about the machine and its origins and the people who the guy who's made it? Do you know anything about him that we may not be privy to?
I know that there's no reason, honestly, a cockamamie sort of idea that he would be able to create something like this in the first place. The fact that it's a disintegrator is honestly just hullabaloo. He has no real background in science, technology, machinery, anything that would lead him to do this. I know that he lost a friend of his in the Appalachian Mountains not that long ago and came back a changed man. Not necessarily for the better, judging by the people who are close to him.
What does that mean?
I've heard a few things, but mostly the fact that he has been consumed, obsessed even with this idea of this machine, and that I personally, sitting here, don't see any good reason for a disintegrator to exist on this earth.
Okay. Do you know what he was doing in the mountains before his friend disappeared? Was he just like hiking?
His wife said it was a hunting trip.
What was he hunting?
I've heard hunting trip, but when you go up to the Appalachians that far in, you're not bringing game back. I do know his friend's name was Bill Sampson, and that Bill's death was attributed to, quote, misadventure, whatever that means. That's just a rich person way of saying question mark, very suspicious. But no, I don't know particularly what they were out there for, nor what they found, or why he came back, aside from, again, Sampson's death.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
What is his background in, if it's not in science and technology?
Do rich people need a background? Isn't their background just being rich?
Being rich.
Exactly. Having money.
That's his okay, great. Right, that is very, very odd. Okay, what do you know about any of the other guests? have you presumably had some time to mingle and talk to them? I'm wondering if you've managed to figure out who everyone else is. We know there's the mob are here, the representatives of the mafia, and I think there's an arms dealer. I'm
Right,
wondering if
and I'm
there's
doing my best to keep clear of the mob. I've done some reporting on them in the past, and they haven't been the biggest fans of my take on their particular endeavors. The janitor's a bit weird, right? Why that same spot?
the janitor is very
Yeah.
weird. Delphinium
Have you
noticed that.
spotted the janitor? So the janitor is not down there anymore. Have you seen them when you came up here?
No, I was actually following you, so sorry about that, and no.
Huh. So the
What were you
janitor
doing following
disappeared
me?
during the demonstration.
You had a bit of a jingle jangle to you, and honestly, I sometimes just follow shiny things.
I love the two separate tangents. There's one, why are you following? And one, so the janitor disappeared. It's so clear in your priorities in like 10 seconds there. I love it.
I will let this slide for the time being, but just know the jingle jangle of my pockets is none of your business. Thank you.
Duly noted. I've been aware that there's been a certain amount of cat burglaries that have been reported on, and just I was
That has
bit
nothing to do
suspicious.
That's
with
a
me.
total coincidence.
All right.
You're fine.
Absolutely total coincidence. Writes down on his little notepad. Total coincidence.
I've got squeaky joints. I've been through a lot of sporting activities.
Of course, the old squeaky joint. Sure.
Again,
Okay,
nothing
so-
a little
morning
bit of
stretches.
cocaine won't fix.
Yeah. Okay, so Clem, right, the
Right.
janitor. Okay, disappeared during the thing.
Yes. Because you definitely saw them there before we went out, and then wasn't okay. But did
Where would they go? We didn't hear a car, right? They didn't take
No.
a car. They're not taking a horse. There wasn't a boat.
there's a lot of fog. Where would you go in the fog? Like you'd have to know the area really, really well.
Right. We're good.
There's not very many staff here anyway, so maybe we should ask a member of staff if they know where the janitor is. I mean, that would be a good idea if we ask for, I don't know, room cleanup or something. Maybe just spill some wine on the carpet. Just go ahead and tip.
Just
And then
my specialty.
Yeah, and say, where's the guy who with a mop? Like
that.
I mean,
The manager, Mr. Ambrose, I'm sure he would be deeply concerned about a stain on his carpet.
absolutely.
Have
And
you, what do you know about Mr. Ambrose? I am particularly interested in why this hotel for the auction, why there's even an auction in the first place. If I created some super amazing thing, I would use it to steal things. I certainly would not be auctioning it off to strangers in the middle of nowhere.
Not that you're a
Right.
cat burglar.
If
Right,
I was
stealing
a cat
things seems like-
burglar, I would use
Right.
it.
If you were total underlines total coincidence.
Yes.
A strange thing about Mr. Ambrose, not necessarily an odd fellow on paper, but much to your point, yes, it is strange that he would cultivate sort of this. There's absolutely the initiative of money, the initiative to have a famous person, a wealthy person staying at your hotel and inviting guests and all of that, but there is something just a little fishy about Mr. Ambrose, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
Beeper, question.
yes.
When I broke into that room and there was someone unpacking stuff, was it Mr. Ambrose or no? With all
Yeah,
the
it
cash?
was.
It
Okay.
was.
It was
Yeah.
Mr. Ambrose, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So,
Yeah.
Albert, I definitely accidentally walked into the wrong room. Too much wine. You know how it is.
Oh, sure. Kaylee'd up,
and-
absolutely.
Well, too much wine. I stumbled into a room and I caught Mr. Ambrose unpacking someone's things, allegedly. And there was a big stack of cash. It was very odd. I don't know. Is the hotel down, like financially? Does he need a big stack of cash? Is he robbing the guests?
I'll turn that question over to Anniek. Anniek, would I particularly know anything about the hotel here and its financial situation?
I mean, you're a newspaper man. You clearly did research before you turned up here. The question is,
Sure,
how
not.
good was your research?
How good was it?
How good was your research? Sing that to the tune of How Deep Is Your Love?
No. Donate more, maybe I will. That's to the audience.
Look, Eva wanted me to drink Kosser for $100, okay? We've already toned it down.
Wait,
Eva's
when?
saying no. I'm not sure where.
Anyways, I have it in the Discord. I can approve it.
Okay. All right. Well, Anniek has receipts, Eva, so balls in your court.
Don't make that face at me.
What would that necessarily be? History, baby? 'Cause there's specifically a research
Oh,
skill.
sorry. Eva's trying to turn it back around on herself.
Okay. All right, great.
Yeah, I don't think you. If you didn't like write in research or anything, you can just use history if you want. Unless you wrote in journalism.
So 30. I don't have a super high history. It's only 35, but it's still under that.
Still under that. Can you phrase the exact question about how much you know about this particular hotel, right?
Yeah, mostly
Yes.
just trying to get like a general idea of the manager, Mr. Ambrose, what his financial situation, the hotel's financial situation, like what is the incentive to have this event here, if any, besides the obvious money?
Okay.
Yeah.
The hotel used to be better, is still doing okay-ish.
Mhm.
It's not as amazing as it used to be. It used to be like huge, right? You couldn't book a year in advance in early 20s. When it was just gentrification, like new money. People who were like, oh, we're vacationing for the first time.
Yeah, it's almost like there was a really good depression or something, like an amazing depression. It's almost there.
Called, I think, stunning depression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, as soon as the newly rich people weren't rich people anymore, the hotel lost most of its fancy clientele. It's not going under anytime soon. Okay. They did cut some staff. It's still the staff that is here is good. It's well looked after with the reduced numbers. The owners are actually just people in Boston who, like, if it does fold, can just write it off. They don't really care. Staff is just mainly people from Kingsport who want to work nearby. The reason that it's even more reduced staff now is because technically the season ended last week. They're keeping it open a bit longer for a very specific request because, again, they're not doing great, right? So someone going, I need a really fancy party for a number of people, it has them going, please come right on in, right? Red carpet, we'll polish the banisters for you, everything.
Yeah, who comes in fog season, you know?
Right? Crazy people. End of October, who travels right now? It's asking for trouble. So that's what you know about the hotel, and it's you didn't find the actual name of the owners. They're rich enough that they can sort of it's
just
owned by a holding. Yeah, it's owned by a holding type company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a rich family behind it, but you didn't dig deep enough to find out.
Yeah, but they probably own a lot of hotels anyway, right? So.
Yeah, Hilton conglomerate or something. Yeah.
Something like that.
But, you know, wealthy people, they know each other. So there's that part too. Okay.
And wealthy people stay wealthy people by letting other wealthy people pay them to stay open for an extra week.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that's because they don't have like the what is the man's name who's created this machine?
Pelfrey.
Pelfrey.
George Pelfrey.
George Pelfrey, yes. So I'm assuming that's because he doesn't have his own secluded manor or his own secluded house in which to demonstrate this, or he doesn't want the kind of people who he's invited to know where he lives, which would be quite smart to do it somewhere neutral. You don't want like world famous arms dealers or the mob coming to your actual house, do you? So yeah, okay, so somewhere neutral. But
interesting.
Yeah. I just still not sure why a manager would be unpacking the guests' things, just casually
Yeah.
putting them like that's a bit weird, but never mind. Okay. Do we want to try and find out where this janitor is gone? And why this guy was mopping one spot for 5 hours and not letting people into the basement? Do you think
Okay.
that's where they were keeping the machine?
I'll
before
point
the-
out you're looking at this point, you're coming up on a bit of a time crunch.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
With
We're
all the
getting ready
running
for
around
dinner.
you're doing, it's almost dinner service, which also means you gotta get changed.
Okay.
We can get changed. I can do the wine thing in the dinner area because they're going to be giving us food and drink anyway.
Sure.
So that way
Albert
we
can
can
turn his
have
back.
them.
That's fine.
Yeah. Close your eyes or something. I don't know.
And we'll get changed. Okay, great.
Please tell me Albert has nothing to change into. You're gonna
Yes.
Men's Warehouse this dinner, aren't you?
Oh, you're wearing that?
He brought an extra tie. It has fewer. It has
Oh.
fewer stains than the one he's wearing.
I'll
Wonderful.
take it.
Wonderful. That will do. All right, so we have changed, we are ready. We have a plan to see if we can figure out where the janitor has got to. Shall we go to dinner?
I'm ready.
Do we need to? Okay. Are you going to take your knife with you, or are you going to just
Absolutely.
improvise? Good. Okay. Right. I feel
I mean,
safer
I'm gonna
already.
improvise and then use the knife when necessary and no one
Perfect.
thinks I have it. But yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready too, I think.
Wait, do you have your
Um,
pistol?
Oh, in my purse. Yes, I do.
Okay, lovely.
Okay.
Just checking.
Yeah. It's good to check.
I
Um,
will give you, as players, a quick recap of the people you saw in the garden when the machine was being demonstrated, because you didn't actually talk to everyone, and I'm not sure that you're. I know what my notes are like, but not everyone's an obsessive note keeper. So, and Derek wasn't here last time. So, resume. Present in the dining room and or the auction were George Pelfrey, the man who made it, Emmeline Pelfrey, his loving wife, Mr. Wade, the asshole lawyer, car salesman person, who Delphinium pulled a knife on, but ended up letting you in after you produced your letter.
Technically, I did not pull a knife. I just brandished it in the
in
vicinity.
its vicinity.
Sure, in his vicinity.
It's fine.
Two thugs that were notably close to Mr. Wade at most points in time.
Mhm.
The lovely and proud of it Italian mobster, Mr. Morosini, and his butler, driver, assistant, roommate. Who
Mhm.
knows at this point? Nobody asked. There was a rather gray-haired elderly. He's not even 60. Elderly feels wrong. Somewhat older man that you didn't speak with. There was the person who you are pretty sure is the arms dealer, Mr. Kepler,
Mhm.
who you did speak with. His creeps, including his secretary, Mr. Brown, who Delphinium tried to freak out by standing way too close to him during the demonstration.
Which was a success.
Which was an absolute success. And there was one other woman present that neither of you spoke to. Mid-30s. Honestly, very charming, very attractive. Maybe that's why Clem didn't talk to her. She was too intimidated. Just putting that on you right now.
I went for Emmeline,
Okay.
didn't I? Yeah.
You did. You only went
The
for
married
Emily.
woman.
The married woman.
Look, if you have a type, you have a
Straight in
type.
there.
If you have a type, you can't help it.
Yikes.
Listen,
Okay.
married always has an adjective before it, and I don't believe that happily is the adjective before, or the adverb, I should say, of married. No, wait, what is married? I can't remember words. Never mind.
You're
Anniek,
speaking
save me.
grammar. You're speaking
I know.
grammar to two authors and someone who has
I know.
English as a
Anniek,
third
help me.
language. I'm not saving you. So good in. I'll have you know my husband and I are perfectly happily married, thank you. I'm totally the my husband kind of wife. I'm sorry, he's amazing. Clem
Okay.
gets changed. Delphinium, are we
Okay.
changing?
I am changing. I'm covered in wine.
You're finally
It
getting
hasn't
changed.
stopped you before, but this time we're getting rid of the wine, the sweat, the everything.
Yes.
Albert pulls an extra tie from his back pocket and switches ties.
Beautiful.
This
Done.
one's black. My suit may be brown, but it's formal.
Oh,
Oh
gosh.
God.
Oh God.
Can
Nothing
Clem give
I
him a
can
cravat
describe
that she
in
just
cosmic
happens
horrors.
to have? Yeah.
No.
Can Clem do something about that? Because she's not going down to dinner with Albert dressed like that.
You'd
There
want
you
to do
go.
one of those Disney makeovers where you like rip the ruffles off and
Oh, yeah, it's like Popular from Wicked starts playing.
Mhm.
Yeah, a starlet. Yeah.
Yep. So sadly, Albert is giving you nothing to work with.
Oh,
You
God.
can't make like a cool sleeveless vest or anything. It's just not. It's cheap. It's wrinkled.
No,
It's
he takes off his glasses and lets down his hair, and like he's just
the
like,
light hits his
there
eyes
she
just
goes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Clem's got a lot of like quite butch tweed going on somewhere that she can let him have. They're probably
Oh, don't-
about the right size.
With the elbow patches.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And you can make
Yeah,
it look
she
a little more like
definitely does that.
like a geography teacher if you want.
That would be an improvement.
I would take geography
Anyway.
teacher. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, yeah, swap him into
Let's
the
do
tweed
that.
geography teacher jacket.
perfect.
At least at
Look
that point, it's a style choice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's more expensive than the suit he's got. Right.
I'm pretty sure
let's
your
go to dinner.
handkerchiefs are more expensive than his suit.
Wow,
Everything.
silk. I've only ever heard of it.
Tweed.
How did
Albert
he get in
loved-
here?
I'm sorry about a handkerchief.
Oh, right.
Ah.
Okay. Let's go
Cool.
and see if we can sit by anyone that we haven't spoken to.
Yes. I would like to take on the old man.
Perfect.
Sounds like you're going to
I'll
fist
have a-
fight him.
If
I
it
reckon you
comes
could
to
take
that,
him.
it comes to that.
How fast can he move?
That
It's
depends on his stats.
It does. Okay,
Okay.
I'll go for the lady.
Okay.
Leave her
Okay.
to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
My
charm
Albert,
is not
faintly
great.
ominous.
yes. Okay. Albert, are you armed? Should you be armed? Like, what are you doing? We have a
Bringing-
plan, but like, what are you bringing to the table?
Fantastic questions. Anniek, I didn't take any equipment, not knowing necessarily like if we got patted down or anything
I
like that. so-
allowed Delphinium and Clem to shop before they left and to purchase
Okay.
a weapon. So I assume Albert can also buy a weapon.
Okay.
Pick your favorite.
He has something along the lines of a snub-nosed
Pen.
revolver. Then
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Reporters. If he's dealing with the mafia, I feel like every
Okay.
reporter who reports on bad people should arm themselves appropriately.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that he probably has that. He does have a little bit in handgun. So
Okay.
so yeah, pulls that out of like a back holster. No, I'm packing as well. Yeah, if things go down,
Who are
hit the
you?
floor. Nobody. But I will. You all basically pick the two people that hadn't been introduced yet. So I will
Mhm.
play support, or I will maybe try to get more information from either the wife, Emmeline, or Mr. Wade, who Anniek said was a lawyer.
Yeah. Can you work on
Technically lawyer, yes.
him? He is not very friendly.
Yes, he doesn't like us.
Fantastic.
We've already sort of burned our bridges there, I think.
Third time's a charm.
Yes. Okay. Can you like wait on the stairs for like 5 minutes so we're not seen together?
Oh.
Because if he sees you with us, then
Right.
That's
Right.
gonna
This isn't like a
that's gonna ruin
debutante
it.
thing where like
No.
I come down the stairs and you're like there and you're clapping it. All right. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm just here for people watching Albert come out of your shared bedroom. Sure, it's fine.
Yeah.
Is it a crime to be interesting?
In 1930s, potentially,
Yes.
yes, actually. Yes, it could very well be a crime to be interesting.
It's just, two femme presenting people leave, and then Albert just comes out like 10 minutes later, like, how did I get in here?
Honestly, I think the fact that Albert is coming out after the femme presenting people makes it less likely that it was a crime.
That's true, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just, you're their beard. Metaphorically.
Like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you have a beard? No, you had a mustache, right?
On
Yes.
bed, yeah. Yeah, he had a mustache, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, cool. Cool.
Okay. Marching order.
Yes.
Hand in hand, single file, mother goose, ducklings. What does this look like? Heading into the dining room.
Clem,
Okay.
you're the brains of the operation.
Okay, you're people think that you're my assistant, right? So I think
Nobody thinks that they're your assistant. No. Absolutely no one fell for that. At no point in time. At no
in that
point in time
case-
did anyone believe that. No.
No, I
Okay,
guess in that
cool.
case, arm in arm, why not? Might as
Arm in
well.
arm.
Let's
Yeah,
just go
might
in
as well.
and then we
Let's
will
do-
sit
claiming
let's do
down.
this is my assistant left when the butterfly knife came out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll just-
On the map, the dining room / ballroom is the one off on the left, the nice long one. But they've only nicely decorated about half of it. Because your party is not that big. Like there's 5 bidders besides you weirdos and their people. So they're not using the full ballroom.
Okay.
Some people are already being seated as you arrive. The Pelfreys are, of course, already there. Wade is on Mr. Pelfrey's right hand. Pietro is loudly talking about something. Unless any of you took Italian, I don't think you're gonna know what he's saying.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Mr. Kepler is currently seated. The woman you hadn't talked to before is next to him. And then it's just you.
Okay. What about my old man? Is he?
Currently not present.
Huh.
Hmm.
Okay.
He's old. Stairs are hard.
Yeah.
The 30s. There's well, they might have an elevator, but that seems a little new.
Yeah.
They need
don't
an
know.
operator. They're already short-staffed. Yeah.
Yeah, they're short-staffed. You need an operator. Yeah. Okay, shall we go and sit by the lady that we haven't spoken to if there's space on that table for 2 of us?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do that.
Albert, are you joining them, or is this a distance backup thing?
I think this is a distance backup thing. Yeah, he is there for support if they need it in their conversations, but also, as Delphine mentioned, Mr. Wade is his current target. So if he associates with them, that's already 1 strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Delphinium and Clem. There is a seat at this table, certainly.
Wonderful. Let's go for that.
Okay. I'm sitting.
Staff is pulling out your chairs.
Yeah.
I'll point out that wine is being poured for Clem. Delphinium, if you take a sip from your glass, that's water.
Wait, why?
They know from before. They're wise to you.
That's unfair.
Fun fact, 30 slang for a glass of water is dog soup. So
Some
That's
nice
awful.
fresh dog
Wow.
soup.
No.
No.
I hate it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Question: what is the material on the floor of this dining area? Is it wood? Is
Tile.
it carpet?
Tile.
Tile.
Again,
Okay.
so probably considering when it's probably actual marble rather than knockoff marble.
Okay.
But Seaside Resort, they seem to be very keen on something that can deal with sand. and dirt and salt water. And, you know, they probably tried carpet at one point, looked at it after a week and went, wow, we do not have enough staff for this.
Okay, lovely. Clem, that means when I accidentally spill my water,
You could spill my wine also.
No, it's okay. It's very
I don't
dangerous.
mind.
You can't just spill water on this marble floor. Someone's going to slip and fall and die. So they need
I feel
a
like I
janitor
shouldn't
who
be
can
here
mop
for this
things.
conversation.
What?
What?
I mean, you're sitting down at a table with a charming young woman.
We should
Right.
be doing that, yes.
I
Who else is
really
on the
feel
table?
like-
Is it just us, or is it...
Just us
No,
three?
it's currently it's just
Or-
you three.
Okay.
Perfect.
She
Okay,
sort of
let's...
goes, I mean, if we're, you can see her protectively grabbing her glass of wine and sliding it towards her.
I don't want your
You
wine.
two seem interesting. Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, I'm Delphinium. What's your name?
right in there.
Valerie. Valerie Hind.
Valerie, what a beautiful name. Are you
And yours?
Clementine Wells? I'm a film star. You may
I
have seen
recognize
me.
her.
Yes.
So sorry. My profession doesn't allow me a lot of spare time.
Oh,
Oh, and what is your profession?
Corporate law. A lawyer.
Oh, how fascinating. And are you here for a company or a client, or are you here for yourself?
Obviously, I'm here for a client. What would I possibly need with some gadget?
Well, you might be a collector. There are many interesting collectors here. You look very
I take it
interesting.
you're one in that case.
I am, but my collection is not particularly interesting. I'm more interested in you.
How very forward.
subtle. Smooth.
Well,
Mm.
yeah.
She's just letting you swim in this. She has
Yeah,
this smirk on her
enjoying
face.
it.
She's like, you just flounder, I'll wait.
You want me to slip in here?
Do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. What do you think? Are you going to bid for the disintegrator, or do you think your client will be interested now that you've seen it? How did your client find out about it? I know how I found out about it, but curious.
Fair enough. Again, corporate law. I don't know how my client found out about it. I'm not interested how my client found out about it. I just know that they contacted me to be an intermediary.
How much are you bidding? Do you think it's your budget?
I'm fairly certain I will not be telling you that in any way, shape, or form.
Do you think
Okay.
it's real, what we saw? Are you convinced
You
that what
know,
we saw
I
was...
wasn't until I saw that statue actually disappear.
Do you
quite
think that that could
interested.
have been a trick, though?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely,
like-
it could have been a trick. Absolutely could have been a trick. I'm what they call a skeptic. I don't believe in many
Yes.
things, which is probably why they sent me.
Mhm.
I'm still not convinced this is the real deal, but it meets all the tick boxes on my client's wish list. Even if it's fake, that becomes their problem. I did my due diligence.
So your client, what is their industry?
Wouldn't you just love to know that? What's your industry, Delphinium? I never quite got that part, because your partner is apparently a famous movie star. Again, so sorry, I don't have time for the pictures. But you, Delphinium, you look fascinating.
I deal in antiques.
You do in antiques.
Yes.
But this is
yeah.
very new.
Yeah. I mean, one day it will be an antique, and I will be able to say that I was there when it was first auctioned off. I'm here.
You're
more
aware
for the
that something
crowd
doesn't
than the
become an
device.
antique until it's at least 100 years old.
Yes.
And you intend to be around for that.
Yes. You don't.
Realistically, no.
Uh-huh.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thanks. Women in my
I'd like
family
to-
live quite a long time, so.
Well over 120 years, apparently. Very impressive. Must be
Yeah.
all that water you drink.
Thanks.
While this fascinating conversation is happening, I want to quickly jump to Albert, who is sitting next to Wade, I
I'm
believe.
hoping this is going to be more interesting.
Oh, you're doing so well.
Yeah, yours is very interesting. Okay, so sitting next to, is the first name Wade or is the last name Wade?
Last name Wade.
Last name Wade. Okay.
First name Daniel.
Ew.
Daniel.
Okay.
I think Albert will just kind of look over and kind of do a double take. Well, Dan Wade? Princeton, right? It's Al, you remember?
Al, of course. Al.
I had some funny running into you here.
Bro hand.
Yeah, the 1930s bro hand. They just do like the little half hug. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing too cozy, but also nothing too distant because deflection. Yeah.
Yeah, we do like the secret Princeton handshake or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure thing. Ow! Wow, what are you doing here? I vetted you at the door, but I'm sorry it didn't click.
Oh, well, busy times, it seems like, and after what I've seen tonight, I don't blame you for having your wig blown off a little bit. No, just here for the spectacle, and what a spectacle it was.
Oh,
indeed.
Right.
What brings you here? Are you still practicing the law? Doing your best?
Oh, yeah, I'm just managing this little get together.
Tell me, Wade is old college buds. What is this get together actually about? Is it really just the money? I mean, what does a disintegrator really need to be doing out there in who knows hands?
Is it ever about anything else with me? Look, the thing gets sold. I get a commission. I make bank.
Well, sure, but what about Pelfrey? I mean, you're one of the closest people to him outside of his wife. What's his big incentive in all of this?
I don't think that's for me to tell, Albert.
Fair enough. Guess I'll have to pester him myself.
Oh, leave the poor man alone. Look at him. It's a shadow of his former self.
He does, in fact, seem to be a shell. What was it he was hunting out there? I mean, Appalachian Mountains outside of hunting season?
Yeah, you got me, man. Elk, moose, deer, bears. What lives there? People? I don't know.
Well, yes, hopefully not the last, but, dangerous game and all that.
Al, I'm kidding. Lighten up.
No, he wasn't out there hunting a Mothman or anything, was he?
Bigfoot.
Of course, yeah, Mothman won't come around for another 30 years. That's my mistake.
If you want to, you can roll Persuade to see if you can get Wade to tell you a little bit more about things you might be interested in.
I would love to do that.
Beautiful.
Okay. I have 50, that is a 34.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, you can also use Fast Talk or Charm if those are better for you.
They are better if I do Fast Talk. That is a hard success. I don't think I put anything in. Yeah, I don't have anything on Charm. Well, besides from the base 15, but yeah.
Yeah. But a hard success on Fast Talk. No, he'll let me a little confidentially go, look, everyone says deterioration, hunting accident. Nah. That's sick. Like, down to his bones. Sick. Got less than a year. He's cleaning a house. He's trying to set his wife up for when he's gone.
With a disintegration ray.
With the
Something
money from the disintegration ray.
Well,
he sells it. She's set up for life. He's gone by summer.
That soon? I didn't put the poor man in a Chicago overcoat that soon, honestly, but all right. Chicago overcoat. Yeah, it even made a face. That's slang for a coffin. Are the 30s fun? So where did he come across this disintegration ray anyway? I mean, you and I both know that he didn't really have the mind for it. No offense to him.
Look, he says he built it. He built it. I saw it come together piece by piece.
Did you though?
I did. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about which wires got crossed, which T's got crossed, but first there was nothing, and then there was a casing, and there was a thing, and there was a generator, and it went boom. Well, it didn't go boom. It goes...
Sure. And then it can just 86 anything that it hits. That's,
Apparently, that's why I'm looking at quite the commission tonight.
All right. Well, I hope that money stuffs your pillow well. Helps you sleep well at night.
It always does, Albert. It always does.
Sure.
At this point, the elderly man has still not shown up to dinner. And you can see a little bit of commotion near the staff as they are sending people to go look for him. And we'll find out if they find him after the break. We will be out for 10 to 15 minutes. Stretch, hydrate with water, dog soup. Pet your pets, do what you need to do, and we'll be right back. Hello, and welcome back to part two of Novel Adventures Call of Cthulhu, where our intrepid investigators are, God, bombing so bad at small talk. It's, honestly, it was upsetting to be on the other side of the conversation, but they're trying, and that is what matters. They have been eagerly awaiting one final dinner guest to come down. But that person doesn't seem to be showing up anytime soon. There is hotel staff that has been sent out to go look for this person. And while you're, in some cases, floundering in conversation, or in some cases, questioning the greed opposite you, several things actually happen at once. There is a rush to the front door by certain staff members because someone was seen on the grounds that wasn't here earlier. And at the same time, there is concern that the room that the old man was in was locked from the inside, yet he wasn't in his room. The windows were open, and there is, in fact, a bloody trail. You are muted, Jamison.
I'm unmuted. How much
Beautiful.
blood? Oh, I guess we have to go see.
Not enough. You wouldn't. Yeah, you don't get the feeling that there's pools and pools of it. Less than a human contains in total.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, Clem, I guess it's time to pack our stuff and go. Kidding.
Let's just leave. Gone. That's fine. What happens if we do just leave it at this point?
We can't call a car,
You
probably.
can absolutely just go pack if that's what you want to do.
And we're gonna die packing. Okay, so we cannot leave.
Thank you for buying into the premise.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite concerned about this fog, to be honest.
Unless you know how to hotwire a car. I mean,
I've got 25 in mechanical repair.
that's repair. We're not fixing it. We're breaking it.
I have.
Never mind.
I am of no help at all. I get other people to drive me. I get other people to drive my cars. I don't even do my own small talk. Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
people
You
write
just
my
show up.
lines
You show
for
up and you
me.
look pretty, or you show up and you look
Basically,
old.
yeah.
Either one.
Okay, so are we still having the auction, or are we just going to stop while we look for the old man?
Wade has collected, was going around collecting, because it's a closed bid, so he was collecting people's envelopes.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we've got hours, right?
He is absolutely he's kind of ignoring the hubbub again. He's working on commission, and he's still going around collecting bids.
Cool. Clem, are we bidding? What are we bidding? How much
We're
are we bidding?
We're bidding the maximum that Arthur gave us because I think at this point we're not going to win. I think that it's very obvious that the people here are going to have way more capital than Arthur does, but we're going to try anyway. So we're going to put the bid in to look legitimate. I think we should put the bid in, but we should actually look for this thing. And I think, honestly, we should probably just try and destroy it. Or throw it in the sea or something. I'm up for just chucking it straight off a cliff, to be honest.
Into the water. Okay.
Yeah. Just let it be, I don't know, the ecology's problem.
Okay.
Like we'll find out.
Counterpoint, we can also, well, not that. Never mind. Because I was gonna say that, like, yes, we should definitely put the bid in just for appearances.
Yeah.
I have my shiny knife. I am also very good at breaking into rooms, and I'm pretty quiet. So, to whoever wins, and that.
Oh, yeah, good point. We'll find out, and then just, kill him and steal it. I guess I'm up for that.
Depending. I mean, if the mobster wins, I'm not taking on like 3 people.
No, but that's
really
why we have
a one-on-one.
We have Albert, right? So that's going to become Albert's problem, I feel.
Yeah, but like a gun, that's gonna draw attention. Like someone took out the old man. I don't know who, don't know how, don't know why, but the old man was attacked by something, and it wasn't a gun because we would have heard it.
Right. Yeah, we didn't hear anything.
So I will at this point. I'll be nice to you. Valerie left your table and ran at the first sound of commotion. We'll say that at least.
Okay.
Has handed her, because otherwise it would have been a very awkward conversation again. Would have handed her envelope to Wade as she walked past, and is gonna have a look outside. Okay. Albert.
Okay. So sorry. The plan right now is to. Because Albert's not bidding. He's like, he's going to write down anything. He's putting like a negative in front of the number.
You can pay me to take this thing.
Yeah, you can give me money and I'll take you to Centigration, right? Let's see. So people are still looking for the old man, yes?
Yes. Okay. But there's also been someone seen in the grounds that is definitely not the old man, and they're very worried about that. Okay. If you're hanging out the staff a little more rather than at a table, you would hear that there was a car coming up the drive, but it's stalled, and now it's just been left on the drive rather than actually getting up all the way to. I keep wanting to say the castle, the hotel. It didn't make it all the way to the hotel. Come on, brain, think of things.
Okay. That's options. Options are tough. I think he's gonna just push himself back from the table.
So many of them.
I know. He's gonna say like, "Excuse me," to nobody in particular. And I think he's gonna see if he can track the strange person that's been seen. If they're tied to the car, like if they're tied to the occurrence of the car stalling. If not, I guess he doesn't have anything to go on. He'll go check out the car. That's a good enough lead to start with. So yeah, he's gonna head out there just as surreptitiously as possible.
Okay. The staff have no interest in going out to the fog or to the stalled car. Seem to be preoccupied with whoever it is that suddenly showed up. Wade has also been pulled into that conversation. You hear weird murmurs about too late, first round of bidding just concluded. You'll notice that the person they're talking to is weirdly tall, like 7 feet easily. But you're using this as a distraction as you get away and sneak out into the fog. Are we sneaking or are we walking? Are we approaching from the side or going head on? What's Albert's?
I don't think that he's doing anything particularly stealthy. If somebody stalled out there, he is going under the guise of, "Oh, car troubles, huh? Do you need some help?"
Okay. As you're approaching the car, you would notice that the driver's side door is open, and there is someone standing beside it, but very, like, not at attention, but awkwardly still. Like someone who doesn't quite know how to work a body.
Cool. I hate that description so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. I get he'll kind of call out then. He doesn't want to surprise the person who doesn't know how to work their body. Keeping, I think, one hand on the snub-nosed revolver, like behind his back, just, hey there, friend, do you have, having some issues? Could I lend a pair of hands?
I have a message for you. You are in grave danger. Death. The spatial annihilation device is not of you, nor within your knowledge to control. Give it to us. Do not trust those within. You will be spared. You will live. Your existence will continue. Non-primate life has been detected. Danger. Death?
Oh, God.
And considering the fact that you're the one who actually talked to the staff, I don't make you roll for this. It is a very weirdly sounding hotel porter, Gabe.
Okay. All right. Well,
You can make a spot hidden.
love to. Okay. Well, that's a 72. My spot hidden is 65, so that is not a success.
Good for you.
Great.
No, actually good for you.
All right.
He just stands there.
Gabe, are you feeling off the cob there, bud? Spouting a bit of nitwittery? Do you need to come inside there, friend?
Not those within. Spared. Give. Death.
All right then. Well, unfortunately, that is not mine to give, but I will take your advice to heart and will do what I can to... Listen, if you have a bunch of money, like, say, a gazillion, you could definitely... they're bidding for it right now, so... I don't know if a porter has that kind of money.
You've been out here long enough. Make another spot hidden.
All right. Yeah, it's 52. That's a success. You're not Gabe, are you? This is going to be upsetting, isn't it?
As soon as you ask, "You're not Gabe, are you?" Behind him in the mist, something darkens. Something that looks like bat wings, but the size of a horse. And it's weirdly... I keep using the word weirdly because there's no way your human brain would have seen something like this before. It's glistening, while not quite reflecting light. It's like part of it is not here, and the part that's not here is the part that is shining. But as you say, "You're not Gabe, are you?" You actually watch it and hear it. There's sort of a sound behind Gabe as these giant bat wings retreat into the foggy air. You catch a final sight of some... They're not tentacles, they're tendrils. They're like a little less grabby, a little more hangy, but they're definitely blood-soaked. As Gabe's body crumples.
Do I need to make a sanity roll?
You do.
I thought so. Okay. So I have a 65 insanity, so I need to roll below that.
Yep.
All right. 63.
Beautiful. Again, that just means you take less sanity damage rather
Right.
than no sanity damage
Right.
because, hey, Call of Cthulhu. But the chance that you get more than 5 in one go and have a real problem is much less.
Okay.
So, a mere 3 points of sanity loss.
Okay. Well, gotta run over to the I'm presuming puppeted form of a semi-hollowed Gabe and see if my suspicions are correct.
It is a super clean job. Whoever removed the back third of his skull used surgical precision. Like, this isn't some ugly, jagged wound. It's nice. It's smooth. It removed the brain, the brainstem, the eyes, all the optic nerve. They're all just cleanly gone. There's nothing dangling here. This was a very clean job. Body's still warm. And despite the fact that there's no brainstem, still breathing, and kind of a sluggish pulse.
Deeply upsetting.
There's still something kind of weird left in the skull, like a little leftover goo.
Cool.
You get another sanity roll for looking at the back of his head.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't have the presence of mind to be impressed by what I saw. Okay.
So sad.
It
is such a good job. Like, surgeons would be like,
I know, and here I am.
Well done, and you're just shocked.
Like a
Someone
toddler
is
looking
proud
at a
of
Monet.
this.
I know. I did roll an 11 though, so that's pretty good.
And you only take a single point of sanity.
Okay. Just blink. Oh my. Oh heavens. Oh. Oh god. Okay. Can I look past Gabe and see if the keys are still in the car?
They are.
Can I step over Gabe's not totally his mostly dead body and see if I can...
The one that still has a pulse and is still breathing?
Mostly dead? I don't know. What do you even... yeah, that's
dead?
not a coma.
I think at this point we're at I think this is the definition of brain dead, if the brain's been removed.
Yeah, I don't know if the brain's alive or dead. It's just not even there anymore. Maybe it's alive somewhere else.
It's not connected. It's a connection issue.
It's not. It is a connection issue. Gabe is having connectivity issues.
Gabe is having connectivity issues.
Yeah, his Wi-Fi signal is just in the
Someone
trash.
call IT.
So could I step over Gabe's body and see if I
Yes.
could start the car?
The car is dead as fuck.
Kaput. Okay.
Deader than the corpse somehow.
Oh no, Gabe's transmission is missing. Great. At that point, I'm not going to touch anything else, and I will even take out like the handkerchief and wipe down where my hands have been in the car.
I was never here.
Honestly, yeah. And I will power walk my way back to the hotel.
While that has been happening, Delphinium and Clem, what have we been up to? Again, lots of hubbub near the lobby where a weird new person is insisting on joining the second round of bidding. And someone is feeding a whiskey to a babbling maid who went, I thought the lady with the spoons was weird, but the things with the bat wings are worse.
Ooh. Gonna go and see if the maid is okay.
I want to check out this new person. Can I pick their pockets in the hubbub?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll check them out. Do we have to do a spot hidden or... that?
For checking out the maid, no.
Not for the maid, for the
not for maid.
tall guy.
For the mysterious tall stranger. Spot hidden is probably good.
Okay. 31.
Okay. Roughly 7 feet. Black suit, black tie, black hat. Pale skin. No eyebrows, no eyelashes. Yeah.
Hmm.
31. Deeply
No.
sinister. Very unnerving. Does seem to know how the body works. I'll give you that much.
I like it.
Oh, that's a relief.
Not being puppeted, at least.
Okay.
Doesn't knows how the body works, but does seem a little. He seems to think everything that everyone's upset about is faintly amusing, right?
Nice.
Very attractive.
Yeah.
I knew you would go for him.
Sounds like Slender Man and
It is basically Slender Man in black
Basically.
tie. Yeah.
okay.
Go get him, Delphinium. I believe in you.
I'm on this.
Chase your
So
dreams.
will he or will he not join the auction? Like, is that decided? Can I strike up a conversation?
He's trying to convince Wade to let him in. Wade has been checking all the envelopes and knows what the current highest bid is.
Mhm.
And
This is the tallest bid, to be fair.
I'm gonna ignore that one because that's a terrible pun.
That's fair. Is this Robert Wadlow? Like, did you insert the world's tallest man into your Call of Cthulhu game?
I did not, because that would
Okay.
imply that this is a human.
Fair.
Yeah, Wade was struggling a little bit, is currently holding an impressive stack of cash bills, and has changed his mind, because if Wade cares about one thing, it's about the amount of commission he's making, and the higher the highest bid, the better for Wade. So Wade is also trying to round people. Yes, everything's very upsetting with the missing people and everything, but we're here for the bid, we're here for the auction. Please return to the ballroom and just let us continue. The soup will be served soon. We'll find Dr. Walker. I'm sure we'll find Dr. Walker. If he's too late for the second round of bidding, then it is what it is. We have a replacement guest, and he gestures at Mr. Tall.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to strike up a conversation. So how did he find out about the disintegrator? Hello.
Hi. Wade is looking at you. thought you were talking to him, and then goes, "Oh, it's you again."
Hey, buddy. No, I'm talking to Talwin.
Of course you are. Wade will chug his own drink. Clearly doesn't give a shit about prohibition, and just gives Delphinium a glare and walks off.
Cool. I would like to wave goodbye and smile like Miss Congeniality. Yeah.
Not April 26th.
Yes.
I was going to
yes.
ask you the very same thing, ma'am, sir. What's the correct form of address? I'm not quite certain, I'm afraid.
Delphinium.
Delphinium. And
yes.
that would be a name, not a title?
Yes. It's both.
Noted.
All in one.
Wonderful. I was going to ask you the very same thing. How did you hear about this fabulous discovery?
A friend of mine actually mentioned it, so that's why I'm here. I'm checking it out for him, and now I'm looking at it and wondering if I should keep it for myself. Oh. What do you think? You came in late. Have you seen it in action before?
No,
tonight?
but I'm sure it works just fine. My bride had issues.
That was your car is the one that
the one I hired.
Installed?
Yes, awful business. It was a mess all the way here. Keeping it for yourself, though, forgive me for asking, what use could one such as yourself have for an item like this?
I'm creative.
I'll bet you are.
This is going well. I like this.
Yeah, we're working it. Chemistry. Yes, I'm creative. I'm sure that I can find some use for it. I work in antiques, look at collecting things. But more importantly, where did you travel from? You said your trip here was quite troublesome. Did you come a long way?
Oh, that depends on who you ask. I suppose it was both very far and quite close by.
That was very inclusive. Okay, cool. Well, I have no idea what more to say to you. You are very, very strange. Are you single?
I am unpaired, yes.
Awesome. Okay, well,
Yes.
Delphinium's gonna play this cool and resume this conversation in a second. Awesome. So, I wish you a happy bidding.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. I have considerable monetary funds, as well as other funds.
Is that so? What do you do for work? How have you acquired these funds?
I am in no position to have to work, I can assure you.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I know nothing about you. What's your name?
Oh, I find that in such occasions I prefer not to use an actual name. I think, what nonsense had I put on the... Right, I am bidding as Mr. Sleep today.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice name. Quite
Thank
like
you, I
it.
use a dictionary.
Okay. Well, have you met anyone else here? Are you familiar with this crowd at all?
I just spoke to a Mr. Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Absolute scum. Just complete vermin, but apparently I need to get past him, so I did.
Yeah,
I
he's
I
not
was
the tip top. Mm-hmm.
No, I was actually wondering how much you knew about our magnanimous host, about Mr. Helfrey.
Yes, he is honestly, he has probably been better. He's looking worse for wear. He's kind of fallen apart. He looks a little sick. I do not for a second believe that he has actually created this thing. He definitely stole it. It's apparently he has found it with not enough time to, or like he created it with not enough time. And yeah, he is very cagey about his background. So I don't really trust him. Do you?
Oh, I don't trust anybody.
Do you trust him less than others?
Oh, you're asking a hierarchical question.
Yes.
I suppose that there are people I trust more than him, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you
For,
know anything
for
about
as
him?
far as we use the word people, I know very little about him.
Do you think that he created it? That he
Ridiculous.
invented it? Uh-huh.
Look at him.
Interesting. Okay.
But how he obtained it is of very little relevance in the long run, as long as the device actually works, which is my main focus for tonight. If you'll please excuse me, I believe I need to obtain an envelope.
Yes, for the bidding. Right. Well, good
He'll
luck to you.
polite nod. And to you. I hope you do not win the device. That would seem to be quite a terrifying prospect.
Challenge accepted. Clem?
Lem, what have you been up to?
I have been fussing around the maid and making sure that she is okay, and I'm trying to get her to talk to me about what she's seen that has put her in this state. I have sent away other members of staff to do other things
As
for
you do.
me. So I've got the maid to myself for a little bit just so I can like see if I can ask her what it is
Okay.
that's got her so upset. So
Okay.
yes.
In order to spare my own voice, I will not do it in the wrecking sobs that are coming out of this poor maid.
Fair.
Thank you. As things she described in the seeing in the mist were terrible, huge bat-like wings.
Mhm. Where was this? Where did she see this? Can you point for me? Don't try and talk. Just point.
Yep, hang on. Pointing, and let me grab the hotel map handout. Can I point on this? No, because it's a handout. So assuming that the top side is north, it would have been on the north, oh god, cardinal directions, east, northeast. Garage-ish area level.
Got it. Yes. Interesting. Interesting.
She
Okay.
also seems very upset. She varies between giant bat or horrible moth, which is weird because Mothman hasn't been invented yet.
We've just established this, yes.
Yes. But she's also very upset that the people that have been sent out to look for Professor Walker have not returned.
Huh.
They're
That's
worried that a bat
deeply
carried them away.
That's deeply concerning. Which direction
Yes.
did the bat go?
She didn't see very
You
well.
didn't
It's
see
just
that.
more of a
Just-
scream, close your eyes, run inside all kind of reaction, and less of a let me analyze what is happening to me right now.
That's very fair. I'm just gonna sit her in a corner and make sure that she's out of the way.
Yep.
I'm going to ask, she's probably not in a great state, but what is going on in Professor Walker's room?
Yes. It was so weird, right? Room is empty. No guests. No Professor Walker. Clothes laid out to be changed into for dinner. Locked from the inside. They unlocked the door with the staff key because they felt a cold draft and there's one of the windows open. So the original search was just go around and look under the window in case the poor professor in his decrepit old age fell out of the window.
Had fallen out of the window.
Yeah, look. The searching's been when people are 35, okay? They feel invincible. Fucking millennials.
Okay.
Don't make that face, Derek. You know who I mean.
Turn of the Centurions.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. So that's deeply worrying. I'm going to find Delphinium and Albert and see if any of the maid's story can be corroborated, and if Albert's seen anything weird outside. I think that would be
All right.
good to know.
Team huddle.
Team huddle.
Finally. So Albert, how are you? What's up with you? You seem to be a little
flop sweat.
You
just
don't look great.
Oh no, things are fine. I've seen things and I've heard things. So Gabe's dead. So in your personal little notebooks, go ahead and put a line. Well, not dead. Well, let's cross the line through Gabe's name regardless.
Who is Gabe?
Yeah.
Right, the porter.
Oh,
Gabe.
okay, the porter.
Yes.
Right.
Porter, Gabe, whatever you have in your notebooks, go ahead and line right through that name. He's out there in the driveway, still breathing, still has a pulse, but no gray matter to speak of. As far as I'm aware, was being puppeted by some horse-sized bat monster. That was not great.
That's what the maid said she saw by the garage.
Oh, great. Other people have seen it too. Great. That somehow makes me feel better and worse. Odd feelings. It told me what of the device that I should give it the device that there were non-primate entities here. Interesting turn of phrase. And said that where we can survive, that we'll be spared, but otherwise we are surrounded by death and destruction and all sorts of other negative things. So
exciting times.
Indeed.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. We're
still out there, Gabe Porter. Still out there, just face right down in the gravel. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yep. Can't miss it. No vehicle.
Well, Well, the vehicle, yes, the car. Did you see any luggage or anything? Like any signs?
No.
There was a giant dude who said car got his car something. Maybe it was the new dude's car.
Maybe. I did not notice luggage. I
Mhm.
wasn't looking for luggage. I was looking at
Oh, right.
the back of a man's
Right,
head.
right.
Well,
Right.
what used to be the back of a man's head, but like
Oh
if
God.
you took
Specifically
if you
the
just
inside of a man's
right.
head.
You took a
I've
Just
seen
melon
scoop it
There
out.
was
blower.
no more backside.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I've seen inside a man today. So
Okay, cool.
That's a
Uh-huh.
lot. That is a lot. Yeah.
sure
Okay.
was.
Okay.
But yes, the car is unoperational as far as I was able to tell, and is still out there, along with
Okay.
again the breathing, somewhat alive. The
Yes.
Schrodinger's
The
cat of
thing.
game. Yes.
Oh my God.
Question. So,
Schrodinger's husk.
whatever may or may not have killed slash not killed slash melon scooped Gabe.
Mm.
Did you see the height? How tall was it? Was it like 5 feet,
Oh, pretty
6 feet,
big.
seven
Pretty
feet?
big. Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly wingspan, which was sizable.
Great.
The
Okay. You said
the
horse,
size.
right?
Yes, horse. Yes, horse with bat
I
wings. Bat winged
think
Okay.
horse.
Wow.
Clydesdale, not Shetland.
Ooh,
When we're talking
big
horse.
horse.
I'm saying
Big
horses
horse.
come in sizes. Think Budweiser horse, not Shetland pony.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was
if I was
hoping
cool.
for the Shetland, but
since we're
okay.
using horse math, yes, we're talking one of the big boys, not one of the little ones.
Look,
Gotcha.
I'm not doing the whole meter yard conversion nonsense this time around. We're going by horse.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Love
yeah,
it.
we're talking like 7 to 8 feet high and bulky.
Gotcha.
You hit a
Brilliant.
big boy.
The reason I was wondering is because, yeah, old man missing, who knows what happened to him, but why would the old man be targeted first? Did he have the most money? Did he have the most knowledge and experience about this device? Because, old man goes missing, hot, tall guy appears. Is it related? Maybe was actually, delayed, but he was very cagey in his answers. Don't trust him. Very attractive, nice vibe. Don't trust him. So
I love that Delphinium had the best connection to what is most likely the only non-human character.
I'm pretty sure, like that he did have a weird way of talking about people and non-people, I think.
I didn't notice.
You
I was
didn't know.
distracted.
Anniek, the
Tell
old
me
man
more,
said,
Mr. Sleep.
yeah, Mr. Sleep is also deeply unsettling. You said the old man's name was Mr. Walker was
Yeah.
Professor
Professor.
Mr. Walker,
He's a
that's right.
professor.
So indicative of some sort of size. Is that something that I could roll to see if I know anything about him?
History.
History. Okay.
Unless you want to sell me on something else.
I have science.
You know what? Sure.
Okay. I don't know what type of professor he is, so.
Technically, he's even he's also a dog. He has a lot of options.
Okay. It's a 34, so that is a success on science.
A 34. Okay.
Yeah, just standard success.
He's usually like hired by people and or companies that want outside expert opinion. Like he's your expert witness. He's mainly an electrical engineer. You're not sure who hired him to be here, but you're pretty sure that he's here because someone wanted to maybe bid on the disintegrator, but was like certain other people convinced it was a whole load of horse crap and sent him to go pick it apart, prove that it was nonsense, shame Mr. Pelfrey into admitting it was a hoax, and then go home.
Okay.
Ooh, question for Albert though. When the Porter Gabe thing puppet asked you about the device, what was it that it called the device? Did it call it the disintegrator or did it call it something else?
Oh, it had a real weird word choice for it. I feel like flux was in there. It was all a lot at once. And Anniek, would I remember? Because I'm sitting here trying to pick up everything that thing was saying, and it's like, oh, that's a lot of words. All right.
Oh, the thing the gay puppet was saying, it was the thing is, again, if you don't know how the body works, it's a little hard to make the mouth move the way you want it to
Sure.
move.
Yeah.
Of course.
It tried real hard. Yeah, you're in grave danger, death. It called it a spatial annihilation device.
There you go.
Spatial annihilation. Okay, so spatial annihilation. That's
No one
kind
mentioned
of
any flux capacitors.
no.
We're
So we
We're-
can call it the SAD for short.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
yes,
sad.
Mm.
if you
Sad
want
now.
to.
Okay.
Cool.
But that implies that it does something very different to just disintegration, right? Because like what I saw was literally kind of like the moon phasing in and out. So is that implying that we're talking about interdimensional
Annihilation.
shifting here? Yeah, like what is this a case of moving through different spatial planes and annihilating the boundary between particular things? So is the statue actually gone, or is it actually in a different
Somewhere else.
space? Yeah. Like,
But
what
the
does it actually,
annihilation
does it
part
do
is,
what we think it does, or does it do
yeah.
something completely different and even more dangerous potentially than we think it does? And I also want to know why I heard screaming when it was being fired, or a choir chanting or whatever it was that I heard, because that connection sounds like I was hearing something from somewhere else that wasn't going on here. So I'm thinking like there's a lot of things going on here, guys.
There are a lot of things going on. Yeah.
The succulent
Understatement.
little
None of it's
understatement.
good.
Just an
None of it is good.
understatement. Cool.
I think that we
My
should make sure
sanity's
that
fine.
this. So, yes. Also, yes. We're all just like winking. Our sanity is great. Yes. I am of the opinion that we should make sure that this does not fall into any hands, wrong or right, as there's no right hands that a device like this could fall into, and we should make sure that it's not used again, preferably.
Okay.
Yes.
Tall, hot man seemed very determined. And if he did kill Professor Walker, he is probably going to kill others. Presumably, even if it isn't him, whoever did something to Mr. Walker and scooped out Gabe, they're going to strike again. So maybe we should take ourselves out of the running, Gabe wasn't even in the running. I guess we're all just doomed. Cool.
Yeah, we can't.
Also, the
can't even
maid
go
said
anywhere.
that. The maid said people who are looking for Professor Walker also haven't come back, and that they may have been taken by this bat thing. So maybe Gabe was one of those people who was
looking.
I imagine, considering his fate. So
worst case scenario, we all just stand back to back to back, and that way nobody gets scooped.
that's a great plan.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So what do we do next? I guess we're still doing an auction. Wade seems our little lawyer friend. He seems pretty excited about another auction. Does everyone else want an auction, or is it like who else is?
Well, it's the second round, isn't it? So I think he's going to say who won the first round, and then basically everybody ups the bid for the second round.
Okay, cool.
Or there is a winning bid, and then you kind of what the amount was or something, and then I don't know. I've never done one of these before.
Okay.
But that I think is what the second round. That's what the second round is going to be, isn't it? So we've already put a large whack of money in. I think we can go to the top of the second. We should just kind of stick that out.
Yeah. Okay.
For the sake of appearances, but I honestly think we should probably try and find where they put it.
The
Can
device.
we do that? Can we? Yeah. Can we? Yeah. The SAD. Can we find where it is, and then
yeah. So when did anyone see it moving indoors the hotel? Like, for example, I went up to my room. Clem, when you were coming in, did you see anybody moving that equipment back into the hotel?
Did I?
No,
when
you were underground.
No, I was swoon.
You were too busy swooning.
Right. Okay.
And Albert
lost
went
a lot
straight
of-
after Delphinium.
Okay. And I
I
didn't see him.
I do have track though. If it was on wheels, if it's it's on linoleum, it's not really on carpet. But if there's any way to like scuff marks on the linoleum, see where they might have moved it
Marble,
to.
Albert. Marble.
Yeah.
Marble.
Let's try that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
let's
that's
see if
okay.
we
worse.
can
It was on one of those baggage trolleys.
It was
Mm.
also in the garden, so I'm thinking like mud trails because the janitor's disappeared, so nobody's been mopping the floor.
Yep. Okay.
Tunnels
So
of the
the fl
garden, but
the
sure.
floor won't have been cleaned, so we should be able to find something.
Yeah.
Okay. Current actions then. Albert, you're looking for scuff marks on the marble.
Yeah, any sign of movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
Scuff
roll
marks on marble
track.
makes me sad, but yes, I will check.
Yeah, no, what's
That
happening to the floor is what matters most in this game.
not the marble. That's a 9.
The marble.
That's actually I have a 45 and 9, so or I have a 45 in track, so 9 is my 10th
Your 10th?
or 5th or whatever. It's a 5th, right?
Fifth. I would say
Yeah.
fifth at this point.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
Yeah, that's how math
Look,
works.
we're playing with authors, okay? Math is optional.
I'm
yes.
just saying things that are mostly wrong today, so that's
It's very convincing.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Just sound like you mean it, you know?
Confidence of a mediocre white man. That's me. Yes, but I do have a 9.
Same.
So
Hard success. Okay. Considering the fact that the garden is adjacent to the dining/ballroom, you assume that they pulled it through the double doors here. So you start there. It's not necessarily scuff marks on the marble, but clearly someone didn't dig the corner too well, and there's a little ding on that door, which makes you think maybe they just weren't as careful with that thing as they should have been. So you start looking around, like doors and baseboards and other exciting things you get to look at while you're tracking a luggage trolley of all the things to put track in. The doors are locked, but you're pretty sure it's in or around the office.
Yes, you can lockpick. Woo!
I'll point out that the office is off of the kitchen, if I'm saying that correctly. So it's not. It's a high traffic area.
Okay. You two can cause a commotion while I lockpick.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of commotion.
We can go into the kitchen and complain about the dinner.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
get
there
all
wasn't
the
much
staff-
of a dinner,
It
considering.
wasn't. Yeah, and we can get all the staff to kind of pay attention to us while you're lockpicking.
Yeah, you're Clem fucking Wells. Oh wait, am I allowed to say the F word? Anyway,
Yes.
you're Clem
Yes.
Wells.
yes, you absolutely are.
Lovely. They're gonna listen to you.
Well, nobody has. So
Not yet.
You had a lovely chat with Emmeline.
I did. Also the maid. Okay.
Cool.
So Albert, you're coming with me as my chaperone. I don't know. Something.
Oh, I was going to pretend to be a staff of yours and just scream on your behalf. That's you're a
That's better.
starlet.
Let's do
Love
that.
it.
Yes.
Who she is?
Yes.
I took points in acting. I might as well use them.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm just going to go in there and scream at people. Basically, that's my.
Be a diva.
I'm going to
Beautiful.
throw things. I'm just going to start throwing things. I think.
You storm into the kitchen, start
Yeah.
throwing things.
Like, this is terrible. It's a disgrace. I've never been like at a worse hotel in my life.
Ma'am, please, it was just the first course. We barely got to the soup. Towering kitchen stuff.
With
Todd goes flying.
Too much
Do you have
salt.
any idea who this is? How
No,
dare you?
None of them do. They haven't
Saw
seen
stage and
Dracula.
screen. Well, you haven't seen Dracula? It's
I-
seminal.
Please don't say that word.
That's not what that means.
Oh
Cool.
God. God. Yeah.
Yeah,
So just
please, no, the health inspector's here. Don't say that word in here.
Exactly. All right, you're causing a giant ruckus.
Yes.
With assistance, of course. All right. Acting from Albert and honestly, intimidation from Clem.
Yes. Okay. Do I have to roll anything?
Intimidation specifically. That is one of the skills.
Oh God, I have probably no skills.
Um,
54?
no. You
No.
have a 20.
I am not intimidating.
You are not
Just shrill.
intimidating. Just yes.
I'm just loud.
Shrill also works though. I have a 41 out of 45.
Okay. Well, at least Albert is
Oh.
convincing as your.
I do have a D6 thing,
Yeah.
but I haven't used.
Not going to get you near a 20
Oh.
though.
That's not going to get me anything.
Or
So
luck
okay,
points.
let's just go with shrill.
You
I
can
can't remember what luck
spend
points do.
you can spend luck points.
Yeah.
Or you can push the roll.
Hmm.
You know, grab a knife instead of a pot.
Jesus.
Do
Derek,
Grab
it's
a
called
But
it is Call of
Do
Cthulhu,
it.
and she's trying to scare kitchen people.
Grab a live lobster and just start hurling it. Yeah.
It has to be either
Yes.
sharp or hot to scare kitchen people.
my God.
Do it.
They're otherwise fearless. It's their only weaknesses.
Just go for a
Nothing-
full cleaver. Just grab a meat cleaver off the side. Not even a
Beautiful.
knife. Just start.
Full meat cleaver.
Also, I think I saw a mouse in my room.
Or just pull out the gun and start firing it into the ceiling. You know, just
Yes, waste all your ammunition now. Well, let's just say I assume the meat cleaver part is true.
Yeah,
And
that is true.
roll intimidation again.
Okay. I bet I get not this. Oh God, hang on. 64, or even worse.
Even worse.
Yes, it turns
think-
out that it's blunt. Or like,
No. That is a far too optimistic turnout because a pushed roll, if you remember, tends to end up worse if you fail. So
Yes.
I'll let you pick, Mel. Does the
okay.
cleaver hit you or Albert?
I think it hits Albert. I'm so sorry.
that's what I'm here
Wonderful.
for. Just like lops off a pinky that just like goes wild, looks at his hand for a second. Ah, Snow?
Roll a d6 to see how many hit points Albert loses with the disappearance of his pinky.
Oh, me. Okay.
I mean, you're the one
Oh.
attacking him.
Just went
4.
right in the chowder. All right.
Yeah, right.
It's a
4.
bruise. Walk it off.
That's a bruise.
It squirts a little. It's a bruise. I'm bleeding. Oh
that's-
God! Now there's
perfect
blood in the kitchen. Now I have
motion.
to clean everything. So they're
That's
still not
great.
intimidated, but they're
Literally
very
no
upset
one-
with the blood in the kitchen.
Literally
really,
nobody's looking at Delphinium now.
Wraps the
We've
handkerchief.
done our
I feel
job.
like we've made our point.
Someone is like handing you your pinky wrapped in one of those 2 crispy white table napkins. Sir, I think we cannot serve this. Please take this away.
Could you put that in iced milk, please? I believe that's the thing you're supposed to do. I'm not sure medicine has even got to the point to reattach this, but fingers crossed. Not that one, though.
I kind of thought you'd want to put it on like a necklace. Iced milk, certainly.
Wow, grotesque. Okay.
Have you seen where I work? All right, Delphinium. There is
Yes.
absolute fucking chaos in this kitchen.
I
Blood
can
is
hear it.
squirting.
You're welcome.
Clem is wielding a cleaver at your ally? Question mark? What is happening right now?
Yeah. Don't know. But whatever, as soon as I hear Clem start screaming, my lock picks are ready. I'm picking the lock.
All right, roll to pick the lock.
Um, 55. Oh,
59.
it's barely
Oh,
a
you have a
success.
56. It takes a little while, okay? Somewhere halfway through, you get distracted by a particularly shrill don't you know who I am from Clem? You're like, that is so off pitch. I hope she's not going to be in the talkies. Refocus. Lock opens.
Okay. Push the door, slip inside.
Okay, push the door, slip inside. Narrow office, very well kept, very organized, and a giant thing on a baggage trolley.
Is it the thing?
It's covered in canvas. You can check.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rip off the canvas. What? Yeah, I'm ripping off the canvas. Yeah, it's
ripping off the canvas. Lovely. It is the thing. It is the sad.
Cool. Can I just wheel it out? I mean, I'm peeking into the hallway again to make sure it's clear so that I can wheel it out.
Oh, well, I mean, there's bits of it, right? So could you not like just take the chunky bit that's not on the tripod?
You can try to get, you can like not bring the generator at least. Everything else is gonna
we don't need the generator. That's the big
Yeah.
You can at least skip the generator. The rest
because the other bit looks like a film camera and you can pretty much tripod it over your shoulder and drag it out, right?
I mean, I was thinking about like the stand, but we don't really need the stand. We just want to make sure no one can use this to start murdering people. Cool. I'm just gonna take the chunky camera looking thing under my arm, peek into the hallway to make sure that no one is there to see this.
There is nobody there to see this. You can absolutely.
It's fine. I've just chopped Albert's finger off. Just go for it.
People are bringing medicinal whiskey.
Lovely.
There's some commotion in the ballroom around Mr. Sleep, but you can't really hear what they're doing because you're too far away.
Yeah. Lovely. I'm replacing the canvas, putting it back on what's left, the little stand, the generator, whatever, closing the door behind me, and with the camera thing under my arm, I'm making a mad dash to our room.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Oh god. Okay.
You cut out, and I did not hear your number, but it looks like you succeeded.
6, which is like
6.
very.
Oh, that's
tiny.
very nice.
Yes.
Okay. Up around stairs, back. Give me. Actually, I'll roll for you. Hang on.
Oh no.
We'll work this out.
Okay. Anyone's taking notes, that means I have heisted the device,
4,
technically.
5, 6. All right. You make it to your room with the device.
Lovely. I want to just tuck it under the bed, and I'm going to wash my hands so that there's no residue or anything on my hands, on my person. There's no proof that I have this.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. I'm going to head downstairs and go see what my friends are up to. Give them the wink.
It's not Albert, your sacrifice has not been in vain.
Good job.
Learn from my mistakes.
Anyway, I'm fine now. I've calmed down. Okay, I was just having a moment.
So, you were just angry. Like,
I was just...
They've offered you a role.
I'm fine now.
The food kind, not a movie kind.
Cool.
Yes.
In that case, guys, wink. The deed is done. Shall we head upstairs or?
I don't think it's that kind of hotel, though.
Too bad. Shall we head upstairs?
Any hotel can be that kind of hotel.
Or would you like some soup? Which, I mean, we have more meals, and don't want to miss that auction.
I wouldn't try the soup, personally.
I think it's had a bit of additional flavoring. Which...
Yeah, too many ingredients, too many cooks in this kitchen.
Just a little salty.
Cool. Okay. So shall we go up?
Yes. Do we not want to see what Mr. Sleep is up to. I heard a commotion, and that there's another commotion going on that I didn't actually cause.
We can invite Mr. Sleep to the room.
We
Kidding. Yes. Yeah, let me introduce you to my new friend, Mr. Sleep.
Okay.
Like one giant tie on the door. Yeah, let's go see what Mr. Sleep is up to.
Okay.
Investigate the commotion in the ballroom before we...
Yes. The investigation in the ballroom, start with Mr. Sleep, is currently you're emerging from the hallway between the lobby and the kitchen into silence. Rather shocked silence as people are gathered around what used to be young Andy, the bellhop, and the thing attached to the back of his head as he is garbling roughly the same message that Albert received earlier. Mr. Sleep is in the opposite side of the ballroom, just sort of staring at it. Everyone else, someone is being violently sick in the corner.
Cool.
One of the Italians has fainted.
Italians. Of course.
It's right, Capiche next to them. Yeah.
Cool.
Well then. Okay.
What did the bellhop do to you?
I feel like we should just duck out of that.
Yes, it looks to be one of those scooping situations. So
I think we should.
I feel like
we have
should
to
ask...
sanity roll for this, or
Clem and Delphinium do. Albert, this is old news for you.
Fine. Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, this is like this absolutely feels like that scene from Community where I just walk into a room that's on fire and everybody's screaming. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yep. No, but for Clem and Delphinium, this is new. This is not good.
No, this is a D100 roll, right?
Yes.
Oh God, 89.
Oh, come on, Clem.
You failed, Clem. So
come on. I succeeded 54 out of 70.
Very
nice.
Nice. Clem. Oh, a failure. That's delicious. But let's start with the person who made it. You take... I need to start rolling better on these D6s. A solid 2 sanity loss.
Oh no. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
You take 8 points of sanity loss, and you suffer a bout of madness. It's just a tiny little psychotic break. You're fine. It's cool. Can you roll a D100 for me, please?
Okay. Did I just do that? Did it work? No?
Yeah, 82.
Yeah.
82, yeah.
Your rolling is terrible.
It's the... I don't even have physical dice. Like...
Yep.
Does all this scooping make you both want ice cream too, or is that just me?
No, I just want like a melon. Like I just want like a cantaloupe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I get what. Yeah, I see where you're going. Sure.
Yeah.
Clem, or Mel rather.
Yes.
I'm gonna send you. I'll do it in Zoom chat. I'm gonna send you a private message in Zoom chat.
Okay.
Sure, it's
with
totally normal.
what is
Nothing to worry about.
happening to you. Oh, well, hang on, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, there it is.
Nervous.
I cannot spell. This is the worst. You know what I mean.
Okay. Oh, God. Is it of melons. Or...
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay.
So Delphinium, you're
Yes.
there. It's awful, but Albert, yes, this is making you wish for like those little melon balls that they serve with little ham slices. Next to you, however, Clem is having a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just starting to freak out quite a bit. And I think the main thing that I am kind of fixated on, weirdly, is the water.
Water.
Just the water jugs, the water on the somebody spilt on the floor. And I suddenly just can't have water near me at all. Like, and it's just what I'm seeing is kind of like this, almost like a sea creature. That's what I'm thinking right now, that it's like just some sort of weird, like anemone type thing, and it's really freaking me out to the point that I'm kind of almost, I guess, displacing it onto the idea that I can't have water near me because this kind of sea creature associations just kind of really messing me up. So I cannot just be here because there's jugs of water everywhere, there's glasses of water everywhere, and I'm just like, no, just backing out of the room. The janitor's bucket is still by the basement door as I kind of back out. That's just like full on shrieking at this point, and then I just faint again in an incredibly dramatic, shrill 1930s fashion.
Billowing skirts, everything.
Yeah, everything.
I think she likes to be great for the horror talkies.
He has the pipes for it.
Okay, well, Albert, since you're so good at fanning people, do you want to try to wake her up, or what?
Yeah, let me see if I can deal with this hydrophobic situation over here. If you all want to deal with the puppeting extraplanar extraterrestrials that seem to be dueling in the ballroom, I'll see if I can.
Yeah, cool.
See if I can get Clem back to a normal level.
By the way, while you're fanning, what happened to your pinky? That was the last time I saw you. You had.
Sometimes it just takes everything you got to get a story. And while I won't look as fancy while drinking tea, I have nothing else. I'm full of regret.
Yeah.
Albert is so method.
I'm sorry.
They're just like holding the bloodiest handkerchief. Just
but at
like
least
pale.
it's silk.
Oh no, it'll never be clean again. It's not even absorbent.
Oof. Okay. So you said, Keeper, that the Mr. Sleep is just staring at the puppet. Any facial expressions going on? Smiling,
None
surprise,
whatsoever.
shocked? Nope. Okay, cool. I'm going to just kind of like settle up to a side and just be like, wow, crazy, huh?
They're not my favorites, no.
The-
I would advise against taking their deal. By the way, they'll take the device and still kill everyone inside.
Question. When you say they, do you mean like the bellhop staff?
I mean the thing
Lawyers?
puppeting them.
What exactly is the thing puppeting them? You seem to know a lot, so I'm looking to you for some guidance here.
Oh well, guidance. Like I said, don't believe them. They'll take what they want and kill you anyway. Just honestly,
Okay.
at this point, actually, this reminds me. Let me go speak to what was that terrible man's name? Wade?
Sure. One question right before you walk away. Are you not concerned that they'll kill you? Love it when they are.
Sorry. New set of lungs. No.
Of course. Where'd you get them?
Uh-huh.
Here's catalog.
Handcrafted, my darling. Handcrafted.
Very cool.
Lovely. Yes, mine too. Cool. Okay. Have fun with your talk. I'm gonna.
No, you know what?
check
I
in.
think you should stay and listen, and he'll put one long fingered hand like on your shoulder as you're turning to move away. He goes, actually, if I could just briefly have everyone's attention, ignore the flesh puppet. It will cease soon enough. I'm afraid, darling friends, the hour is quite late, and I must away home. These things here and their friends in the fog, waiting for you in the dark to slice you up and splay you open like a line of meat on a butcher slab. They want your pretty toy, and they won't let any of you live when they get it. However, I am in a more generous mood. I'm going to save you. Walk with me if any of you are brave enough. Bring me that pretty toy that we have been speaking of all evening, and you can live. You'll have gold. I have gold. Walk into the dark and fear not.
Cool. So, Albert, is Clem awake? No.
Awake, yes. Sentient,
Clem
yes. Rational, no.
Coherent? Clem, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, buddy?
Oh my god, the water! Get it away from me.
Cool. We're gonna just usher
No
her
water
out
at
of the
all.
room.
Totally dehydrated.
None. Okay. So Albert, I
Yes.
have the thing. Wink.
Wink.
So I think we have like 3 options here. So we could give it to the flesh puppet thing and die. Or we
Correct.
can throw it into the water like Clem suggested. I guess we'll have to leave her in the room since she can't get near the water.
True.
But
that was a terrible plan of mine. Yeah. I'm gonna be no help whatsoever. I could throw it out of the window. Oh, I don't know that you've got it, but like.
We could. If we throw it out the window, it might break, but we're only on the 2nd floor, so then maybe not.
True, and those things are out there to perhaps catch it as well.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. We can also give it to Mr. Sleep, quite friendly, not as weird, and he has gold, which feels like a trap. But I feel like none of these options are good. But
yeah, I'm wondering if you're feeling a little flossy about Mr. Sleep there. Perhaps some rose-colored goggles on that one. Not sure that either the 7-foot-tall scary men or the meat puppets are either great options.
I would just like to point out that Mr. Sleep has not scooped out anyone like a melon since he arrived that we know of. So,
did I ever hear him saying that his lungs are handcrafted? That's upsetting in its own right. Scooping aside, perhaps if we just take away the potential of them taking this at all, that could be the plan A. That's what I'm voting for. Plan A.
So
Mr. Sleep is a good plan B.
To throw it in the water, I guess. But
oh my god, water! Leave me alone.
Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, we'll stop with the W word.
Right.
Every time you mention water, Clem has another fainting spell.
Just like,
Okay, cool. So we're gonna toss it in the W. But I don't know. The W does not have gold.
That's worse.
That's worse. You over there, stop crying. You're upsetting my friend.
We're going to take the sad and we're going to put it in the W.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
our unbreakable code.
Link. I'm rooting for Mr. Sleep. I feel like he has demonstrated a little bit more goodwill than I want to risk going outside. I don't know, the fog, I don't want to be Gabe or the many people who went looking for him and didn't come back.
You do have a valid point. He hasn't done any scooping. He's at least handcrafted his own lungs, not taken somebody else. That's nice.
See?
Yeah.
He's very DIY. I think
very DIY, yeah.
That is a skill that not a lot of people have.
Yeah, I would say
um,
nobody. I would argue nobody has that skill.
Yeah.
You know what? If this is the way you're talking about it, roll sanity.
Yeah.
Great.
Honestly, it makes sense. Oh,
26.
76. So I took a big hit.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
You were just
I
a little
mean-
too close to the edge.
If we're debating between the tall, hot man who made his own lungs and being scooped like a melon, like we've
But
already
76 doesn't
lost
sound
it.
like you passed it with Delphinium.
Did not. My current sanity was 68, so 76
I'll be
is
nice
higher.
about it. You take 2 points of sanity loss.
Okay, I can deal with that.
It's pretty good. I rolled very low. Clem, how are we feeling?
A little bit better.
Did we pass?
Oh, Clem had to as well?
Oh, I had to roll as well. Sorry.
She's in the
geez.
conversation.
I
63. 63. My current sanity is 72. So
Nice.
I'm feeling I'm a bit better.
Anyway, at
I'm
least we're not
just
talking
like
about water.
barely in the conversation.
Like
Albert?
I'm
I
just-
had a 20,
I don't know.
26 for mine.
mm,
Could I
Sorry,
roll for psychology to try to like figure out the best language, like or like teach how to compartmentalize? I'm a man
Yes.
in the 1930s. I don't deal with my emotions or feelings. I can teach them
Yes,
just how to
true.
bottle it up so it comes out in 20 years and harms the people around them.
yes.
Yes.
Please.
Great.
Please.
Okay.
Why
I
do you
don't
think
have
they're
high-
currently drugging the meat?
I don't have high psychology, but I have something. I rolled a 1.
Question.
Oh my god.
Ooh, impressive.
Honestly, that like double zero and that yeah. I rolled
Yeah?
a 1. That's a whole 1. Okay.
That
You all
is an
cure
amazing
of all your
critical.
mental. I found my new profession.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, you explain to me how it happens, but you kind of sort of fix Clem because you take 3 rounds off of her paranoia. Phobia.
Woohoo!
He thinks for a second, he's like, I could teach them how to be just, masculine for a second and just put everything away. But wait, that's what my father did. Not great. Okay, let's talk about our feelings real quick. I understand that water is a concerning word. Let's talk about why that is. The amoeba's not going to get you, or an enemy, or whatever you said it was. It's not real. Also, the scooping brains and everything, it's going to be fine. We're all going to be okay. Deep breaths, one step at a time. You're going to do anything for 10 seconds. Just keep doing that 10 seconds over and over, and we'll get through this together. I believe in you.
Slap.
Good job, Clem.
30
finish off
second
with
psych
solid-
evaluation. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I got
yeah, and then
there.
a solid slap to the face. Yeah, just you know.
Just to round it all off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god, I'm cured. Right, great.
Question
Sorry,
is,
continue
You're so
rolling.
right.
Mr. Sleep, is his hand still on me? Are we still like...
No, he let you go.
No, yeah.
He went
Okay,
to the
cool, cool,
bar
cool.
and he's like touching things like someone who's never touched something before.
With
It's
his
just sort
little-
of like, just sort of humming under his breath. He seems pretty confident that things are gonna go his way.
I'm gonna... Confidence is very attractive in a man. I'm gonna go with that. So guys, I definitely vote giving the tool to Mr. Sleep and just getting out of here. I quite like my brains in my body.
Yeah, I also feel like he's probably gonna kill us, but
Say that. What has indicated that he's a liar?
I just got a feeling, just a bit of a gut feeling. I don't know, like, okay, but you definitely have the thing, right? Can we disable it in some way and then give him the bit without a bit? Like, can we give him an incomplete version of it?
Or, hear me out. Okay, so 2 ideas. One,
All the best plans start like this. Wait, hear me out.
Hear me out. So we could absolutely disable it. We have that bottle of wine that we can just dump onto it.
Onto it.
Yeah,
That'll work.
because we
we'll
didn't
add
end
to
up
it.
using it. It's been sitting in the room the whole time.
We could also
Um,
just use that to hit Mr. Sleep over the head with.
We can't reach. He's 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
Are we
Stand on
We'd
a
have
chair.
to we'd have to Cirque du Soleil that one on top of the other.
I mean, we could throw it. And I guess I got a
True.
pretty decent arm. No, I don't. Yeah, so we could disable it. I've got knives. You both have guns. We can pour things on it. We can shoot at it. But what if it being destroyed makes him angry compared to like, what if he'd let us go if it was,
Oh, yeah.
why don't we ask him while he's touching stuff? We can just
That's
ask
true.
him, like,
There
where
is currently a very big upset as Mr. Pelfrey, who has decided to hand his device over, discovers that it is no longer in the office.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Mr. Sleep was just palming a whole chicken right now, so that's tactily very unsettling.
Oh,
Is it though?
Oh.
I feel like
Rubbing it
it's
on
been
his-
worse tonight.
Just picks up a knife, just keeps poking it with his finger. Ooh, ow. Yeah, ow, yeah.
Oof. What is this pinky doing here? Oof.
They say nerve endings, but I'm just starting.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna
Awkward.
settle back up to Mr. Sleep, and I got a really good question for him. While what's his name, Mr. Pelfrey is freaking out over there. Quick question, buddy. So how do we know if you get the thing? If we just cancel this auction and we give you the
Yes.
device, how do we know
the smart option?
Yes, how do we know you're not going to kill us afterwards?
Because I'm not like those things out there. I simply need two of you to carry it out with me, and everyone else will be absolutely fine.
Cool. What are you like? So what are you?
I am a human man.
Of course.
Yes.
Silly of me to think anything
Just
else.
Clem and Albert on the other side of the room, just no.
No, press X to doubt.
Cool. And then
I'll
what
rephrase.
happens?
I am showing you a human man because if I do not, I don't think you could comprehend my real form, and you would be quite insane, and I would have harmed you, and that is not our agreement.
Cool. Okay,
Oh, that's
cool.
nice.
I like that. Right. I'm gonna talk to my friends again. So, guys, hear me out. What if we just give him the key to the room, tell him look under the bed, and we just
Like it.
get out of here?
But there are things in the mist, right? And we
Correct.
can't. There's no car. The car is dead. You said you can't. Can you hotwire a car, Albert? Or is it like
Yeah.
dead?
I don't believe that I have those particular set of skills, but hey, let me double check just in case. Hey, I have the same as anybody else, 20% in driving, so I'm not even sure that's what
Lovely.
electrical repair, 10%. Yep.
Delphinium, do you have repair? Do you have mechanics? Do you have anything?
Mechanical
Yeah.
repair, I have 25, so
I have 20.
not that great. But
we do have that D6.
We have
That's
that
true.
D6.
You do have that D6. You have several D6s at this point.
I
Okay.
love
You
the
know
imagery
what?
of
I'm
love the-
adorable and nice and kind and wonderful. I'll let you stack D6s on a roll if you want
nice.
to.
You are adorable and nice and neat.
Okay. So we could try to hotwire the car. Also, maybe our tall friend has some other tall friends who could ensure that we get away once he gets his little toy. I don't know. You know,
We
like
make it-
ensure our safety.
Yeah,
Mm,
fine. Let's
mhm.
make a deal with him. Whatever. That's
Really?
I love the imagery of this all happening with a room full of screaming, vomiting people, like
Yep.
Delphinium's just crossing slyly. Just
Yep. I don't know if you've ever
Cool.
seen the kind of halls where they do the War of the Worlds mass event, 1,500 people a country board game events.
Yeah.
It's sort of like board games, but make it the stock exchange. I'm picturing
Mhm.
something like this. Go make a deal with the other country. We need them.
Yes. Okay, cool. One more time. Hey, friend. So we have a deal. We've got a proposal for you.
Oh, you will carry the device out for me. Wonderful.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I thought my thought was that I would give you the key, you would get the device, and then you maybe, because I give you the key, you can somehow ensure that the melon scooping horse things don't kill me on my way out.
I
No?
cannot carry things. He sort of gestures to his completely gaunt, fucked up body.
Cool. Okay.
It's too heavy for me. So I will require, if one human can carry, that is fine as well. Just someone to carry it for me.
Cool.
I will carry it out with that person. The, how did you refer to them? Horse-sized bat things?
Yes, sure.
One or two might attempt to attack us, but I will kill them and everything will be fine.
Cool. How do you kill things if you can't carry
I
stuff?
I don't need my body for killing them.
Really? Okay. Cool.
I can make no offers against the other humans. I can offer to leave a fair amount of gold if that would... I don't think that would prevent infighting, but the other humans would be for you to deal with. And although most of them seem
Busy.
not as functional.
Yeah. I
And
get
he
it.
like slips a piece of raw chicken in his mouth. What is this?
Not good. You might want to spit that out. Just
It's a little
recommendation.
slimy. I like it.
Yeah, no. Okay. I will be right back. So, number 1, cannot kiss Mr. Sleep, salmonella. 2,
bummer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah. So, we have a plan.
You just can't kiss him on the mouth.
Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway. Yes, Mr. Sleep. So, if one person carries it out for him, he will kill the horse creatures, and we will be able to try to get away while I try to hotwire the car. Since I will be hotwiring the car, I propose that Albert carry the device. Maybe.
Okay, and we'll go together.
Yeah, Clem, you can back us up with your firearm there.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Okay.
Lovely. The other thing is, does it seem like everyone here is busy? Will they notice? Can we just shut the doors and skid on past them? Do you think they're gonna notice us wheeling out a massive thing?
Well, we're not going to be. We're just going to be carrying the
thing,
bit.
yeah.
Because he doesn't need the tripod and the generator, right? He just needs the machine.
Yeah,
At
but
this
will
point,
we get
Mr. Sleep
noticed?
shows up behind you. I thought I'd spare you another trip across this ballroom.
Thank you.
Thank
If
you.
any of the other humans attempt to interfere, I will stop them as well.
Great. Do you want to just
great.
come with us to the room? Let's all go on a walk together. Field trip.
A field trip?
Yes, it is a thing that us humans do.
Right, us humans. Haha.
Of course,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at each other.
Cool. Yeah, it's a thing we do where we all go somewhere together.
Very well.
Let's
field trip
go.
onward then.
Yes. Can you take stairs? Do you just do you float? Can you
He sort of experimentally bends his knees and goes, let's find out.
You're 50% of the way there.
And there you go. Yeah, so we are all uneasily making our way up the stairs.
It is an awkward way up the stairs with Mr. Sleep in tow, but he makes it.
Oh, good.
So, Mr. Sleep, what in fact are you? Is there a name for...
A question your lovely companion asked of me as well.
Uh-huh.
I am
You
a
can
human
drop the
man.
pretense.
All right. Okay.
Okay. When you're not in this body, when there's the other part
when people
of you.
pray to me.
Yes. So.
Oh, dear
cool.
God. He's one of those.
All right. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure I saw the Loch Ness Monster once, so...
yes,
you
Nessie.
need to... Oh, you're friends.
A friend?
That's upsetting.
Good.
All right.
She's on my HOA.
Wait, what?
A joke, you understand. I kid, I learn.
You are very funny.
I like
Very,
him.
very
Thank
funny. See? Charming. Cool. So I guess we're close to the room. And I have the key. I open the key and I look under the bed. Is the device still even there?
It is still even there.
Lovely. Okay,
Great,
cool.
we have the device. Is this the
We've got
pin?
it. Mr.
He
Sleep, do you
puts
need
his
anything
hand
else,
behind
or-
his back and goes, yes, that would be the thing. Very good.
Cool.
What are you
That's
doing
the thing.
down there?
Oh, I was always taught to look with my eyes.
Oh, I really like him.
It's very polite,
That's very
you know? Very courteous.
yeah.
Probably should have done that with the chicken earlier, just saying, but you know.
I asked
Hindsight.
if it minded.
Oh,
Did it answer, or?
No, which I took to mean consent. Is that not how that
Okay.
works?
Yeah.
Eh,
And it varies.
in the 30s,
Cool.
yes. Unfortunately.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
Okay, Albert, here is
Yeah. We'll
the
pick
thing.
it up.
Perfect.
Lead the way to wherever we're going, Mr. Sleep.
Okay. Mr. Sleep. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to again, awkward stairs.
Yep.
You can get downstairs. It's fine. It's perfect. You're golden.
Totally
None of the
normal
humans
stairs.
seem to be in a position to be too upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
Coming outside, there is a rather large group of those humans being puppeted by
Oh
the
my god.
tendrilled,
Cool.
horse-sized
No.
bat creatures. Some might even call them Migo if they know anything about the Cthulhu mythos.
It's time to play
However,
the music. It's time to light the lights. Sorry, that's the wrong puppets. I'm sorry.
it is. But in this particular case, you have Mr. Sleep on your side. And I
yeah.
think at this point, Delphinium is going to have one of the best days ever. Mr. Sleep sort of half gestured. Albert, if you could just stand over here for just a second. Just out of my way, please. And
Sure.
perhaps turn around or close your eyes, just briefly. Actually,
Oh,
all
yeah.
three of you should probably just not for a moment.
Okay.
Cool.
You hear
Mhm.
a lot of squelching sounds,
Love it.
tearing sound, ripping,
Mm.
fair amount of screaming. I need to know, do any of you peek?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you
Let's
do.
be real.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, actually, probably.
I'm gonna need some serious sanity checks because this is the real form of Mr. Sleep.
I don't think Clem does. I think she's already bonkers. So
Cool. So,
It's already
That's
lost.
like,
I
I've
don't know.
seen enough tonight.
yeah. I rolled,
I'm happy not knowing.
my sanity is a 66 currently. I rolled a 93, so
That is awful. Perfect.
I'm ready.
Derek.
I
Help
got
me.
a 57 out of 61.
Nice.
So just barely.
Albert is
Oh,
unflappable.
He is.
You've seen one meat puppet, you've seen a god. Who
You
cares?
see, I think there's a lot of at least he's cleaning away the meat puppets instead of making more or playing with them or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like I said, I saw Nessie once. That's not something you forget.
Yeah,
This is true. So Derek, you
Yes.
take. Da-da-da. Let me check.
I in real life take.
It's not bad. Why did it roll twice? Hang on, let me roll for sure because it's messing with me. Yeah, you lose 3 sanity points, which isn't awful.
Sorry, 3 or 30?
3. I was going to
3,
ask you,
okay.
at what point do you turn around? Like, do you hold out, or are you?
I'm not even
pretty
sure it's
quick?
intentional. I think that like he's trying to cover his eye, but the pinky is not there.
Pinky's
So he's just
missing.
got- Yeah, he's just got the bottom, and he's like, well, this might make a fun story. And yeah, so I think he probably gets the full brunt of it. But if it's like really bright and
Lovely.
everything, he's like, oh, great, the brain can't handle that one.
Great, they get an additional 5 because you see the moment the human shifts to the monster, which is a little more gruesome than just a monster. Delphinium.
Oh.
I love my darling.
Bring it on. I don't even regret it.
They are ready. Like
You get 15 points of sanity damage.
ooh.
Cool.
Which also
Okay.
means you get a little break. You get a warm hug from a nice white string. Can you roll
If
me
you-
another D100, please?
If you can't handle me at my unseeable, unknowable eldritch being, you don't deserve me at my Mr. Sleep.
Okay,
Honestly,
this
the question
unfair.
is Delphinium getting a real mental break, or is she just so turned on she can't deal with it?
That one, I think.
Ding ding ding, 76.
76.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Apparently you're not that turned on. I'll say it out loud for this, particular one because you can. No. Twist of faith. You experience a change of heart, twisting your ideologies and beliefs. Either that, or you're suddenly not that much of a thief anymore. But that's up to you.
Oh.
Something about this particular form, the squelching, the screaming, the acid, the flesh puppets being pressed into its form to slowly dissolve like a sort of a tentacled Venus flytrap. Something about this changes something very much about who you are.
Delphinium's no longer polyamorous, just totally monogamous now. Like, that is the ideal partner.
This is my one and only.
The one and only. It can only be him. It, them, it.
Cool.
Yes.
I don't even want to leave.
Oh, do you want to carry the device for him?
Yes. Give me the device.
Okay.
Good luck with the car.
Oh.
There's faint wedding bells in the distance.
Oh God.
Oh, upsetting. When you're not at a wedding. When you think about it, that's spooky. So I'm sorry, where are you going?
Wherever he's going. Home, gold, don't need it. I've got the device. I've got it.
Neat.
I'm new.
Okay. Good. Right. I think we
You
just
never
like
climb-
rugby tackle her at
Yeah.
this point.
Do you want to do the slapping this time?
Honestly, the amount of sanity damage Delphinium just took, there might not be a slapping her out of this.
No,
Oh, no.
I think
Our only form of
well-
medicine.
gone.
Some
Good
of
luck.
the Migo are fleeing this squelching destruction, and Mr. Sleep, back in his black tie, black suit, black everything, now with, you know how they have those silver forks, and they get the long bits of them, and they curl them into roses. He now has one of those in like his little breast pocket, one of the
Oh.
silver forks Delphinium stole at some point is now a silver rose.
Oh my God, Delphinium.
Where
Shall
did I
we?
get that? Did I give? You know what? Don't care. Cool. Let's do it.
Handcrafted.
Oh.
My bouquet of spoons and my little device. Let's do this.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
I
Has
just
Slaughterhouse 5 been written?
Giving
Because
him
this feels
everything.
really Slaughterhouse 5.
Probably.
I don't think I've ever read Slaughterhouse, so am I supposed to read Slaughterhouse 5?
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's fine.
We'll let Delphinium and Mr. Sleep walk away into the darkness. Clem, Albert, what are you up to?
well, we're screwed at this point, aren't we? Like, what?
I mean,
What do we do?
there's no more monsters, right? So
Well, no. Oh, actually, true. Should we?
yeah.
Okay.
While you're discussing this and saying there's no more monsters, right? You watch as one of those big bat-shaped
No.
horse-sized things flies into the top of what is a garage.
Oh fuck.
It takes a few seconds before you see a bright white light and you hear a roaring sound as they activate the self-destruct on their interplanetary gate. You can roll me dexterity checks to see if you can avoid some of the blast, but probably not.
I mean, if we're near the car, could we dive behind the car? I don't know.
I've got an
Right.
18.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I got a 3 out of 60.
That's also pretty good. We'll see you managed to avoid some of this.
Like these dice.
Let me just...
Like,
So, let's say half damage. So half of 31.
what?
Yeah, I'll
Wait,
call that 15.
what? 15 damage points.
Yes, 15 hit points.
I have to do a calculator. I can't work it out.
If you tell me how much it is, I can do it for you.
Oh, I had 22, so I've got 7 left.
I had 23. Hey.
Hey!
Hey, we're still alive.
You're still
Barely.
alive.
Barely alive.
That was the what you call it? Shockwave? Blasty thing?
Yeah.
Everything is currently on fire, including
Oh,
you.
great.
So you might want to start dealing with that.
I think stop, drop, and roll has been invented. Maybe let's do that.
Yeah. Can we do luck
Or
for avoiding the fire?
for avoiding the fire.
Just like I don't want to make
maybe-
this worse.
You can make a luck roll, see if you can find that one spot of grass that's wet enough that it's not on fire.
Yeah.
Dang, I was way off. 1970 was stop, drop, and roll. We're doomed.
Oh wow.
1.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I'm great.
All right.
Or am I? I don't know. Am I supposed to do over
No,
luck
one
or-
is good. Remember, you're supposed to roll under.
Yeah, so 1 is good. 1
Yeah.
is very good.
Yeah, so you
My
managed
luck is
to
61.
slap most of the
Woohoo.
flames out.
I got a
Oh, good.
41, so I just feel like I've lost the rest of the hand at this point. Like by
Yeah,
either
it's just
shockwave
like-
or just really worrying about that pinky, and then I just lose the entire writing hand. Oh well.
Oh gosh.
As Clem is putting out her own fire, Albert is actively losing limbs.
Not my slapping hand.
Not your slapping head. Delphinium has left and disappeared into the darkness with what most people would call a Shoggoth Lord.
Question:
Oh.
Am I like alive, dead?
We
Doesn't
will talk
matter?
about that.
I
in
don't
a minute.
actually care, but okay.
That's fair. We'll talk. The thing is, the other two don't know, so I'm not telling while they're around.
Oh,
Okay.
Clem and
cool.
Albert, however, turn around, look back towards the hotel, which is now also on fire.
Oh god.
And you are faced with Mr. Kepler and Mr. Wade, who have guns drawn on you, and they say, I think we need to have a conversation about how much you just cost us.
Oh
and
my
that's
god.
actually
Just
where we're
shoot
going
them.
to leave you.
Oh my god.
That is the
Okay.
open ending. That is where we leave you.
Okay.
Just sits up. How dare you? She was in Dracula.
She spoke to the man who was once in Dracula. No,
Got an engraved cigarette case.
no, we leave Clem and Albert in a sticky situation. And
Yes.
maybe
Sorry,
Delphinium as
guys.
well. Let's not discuss this. That's probably against TOS.
Nope. Yep. That's yep.
Good job though. Not a TPK,
Ah.
despite the fact that it's a Call of Cthulhu one shot. Good job. You picked the right dark entity to make a deal with.
I told you.
Very proud of you.
Yeah, I had my doubts, but you were absolutely
You were
correct.
absolutely
we should have
correct.
gone with the
Yeah.
Shoggoth Lord.
Albert wanted
Solid.
to crack jokes about my rose tinted goggles, but bam.
But
No,
actually,
should have trusted your gut on that one. Yeah,
Nailed it.
honestly.
Totally worked for you. We'll quickly go around and do our sign-offs, and
Alright.
then we'll let everyone continue their night and or day, depending on where they live and who they are.
Yeah.
I will go last because I have other things to say, and I'm just Derek. You can plug the channel stuff if you want.
Happily. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. But we'll start same order as last time with Jamison.
Hello, I am Jamison. Thank you for joining us. Again, I am the author of I Fear to the Beast and the Beast is Me. You can catch me on all social media networks at Wicked Jamison. And I have a website, but it hasn't been updated, so don't bother. Thank you.
Banging.
Also moved. I have to update my website so bad.
Yeah.
Mel.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us and thank you for donating. I am Mel. I write as CM Rosens. I write gothic horror with tentacles, gothic horror soap opera. That's basically my jam. The Crows and 13th and The Day We Ate Grandad are my 3 novels. I also have a number of short stories and things out. I have a sale at the moment if you want ebooks. They're all £10 for the box set on my Ko-fi shop, which is ko-fi.com/CM Rosens. Which runs through the end of October, and The Crows and 13th are going to be reissued by Canelo Books in 2024. So look out for that. And you can find me on cmrosens.com.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Special guest star today, Derek.
Go ahead and do your thing, and I'll wrap up with everything else.
Yeah, you'll wrap up with me. All right.
Yeah, I
My name is Anniek. I was the keeper today. I had a really great time. I don't want to plug my own stuff. I'm here on Sundays. I'm actually going to be on Horde of Tales soon to play Pathfinder, but make it Zelda. So hopefully I get to beat up some bokoblins while pretending to be a Korok druid. They're so cute. I hope I make it. I hope I survive. Which is on November 4th, 10 a.m. CET, and it is actually the first of a series of games for, you guessed it, charity, because I mainly play games for charity. Today and last week was for Project Hope. Again, amazing charity that helps in humanitarian crises, which is sadly so plural right now. With the 2 weeks combined, we've reached $150 to donate to Project Hope all put together. So thank you everybody who donated. Absolutely wonderful, super grateful, and it's going to go to a good cause. And then I want to do one last little shout out, and I saw them in chat earlier, to Gona for putting this whole thing together, because this all started with a little sentence in Discord going, hey, should I reach out to some horror authors and see if they want to play Call of Cthulhu? And it all snowballed into this, and thank you and good job. And massive thank you to Jamison and Mel for joining us on this little trip. You know, horror is fun. I'm glad there's more people who can see it that way. And I'll give it to Derek.
Thank you, Anniek. Thank you for running this. Thank you again to our wonderful author friends who joined us. This is, as Anniek was saying, kind of Gona's brain baby. That's not a good phrase. It was Gona's idea to do all of this, and we're calling these novel adventures. And we will hopefully have more wonderful authors, maybe even some authors that have already played with us, should they have the time and interest in doing so again. And if they had fun before, we always hope they did. So look out for more of these. They will always be charity games. So also if you yourself are an author, have an author friend, have an idea for a game, we are always open to hearing all of those. As far as my stuff, most of it's Sword and Key stuff. I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am the sword half of Sword and Key. As I am wont to say, yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. We have actually our next game is in less than half an hour. It is Horizon's Call, so
Sorry.
I will be sitting. No, do not apologize.
Taking your time slots.
You are not. And you're welcome to take as much time as you need for your fantastic games, and Anniek will never begrudge you running a horror game. But yes, in less than half an hour, Horizon's Call will be right back here on this channel. I'll be right back here in this chair. I will actually change outfits because I have a button up with Nessie monsters all over it, and it's perfect for Horizon's Call, which is our nautical adventure campaign. It's going on for a couple of years now. It is our D&D pirate game. Tomorrow, starring the lovely Anniek, will be Humble with the Unwelcome Winter. That is 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, that'll be session 4, I believe, of our 12-week campaign about little critters just trying to solve an unending winter.
I started a cult.
Yes, Anniek did in fact start a cult, so at least you know there is consistency to their life. There will also be a release of Monster Crush, the podcast that I do with my friend LD, where we talk about different monsters, creatures, cryptids, any type of amorphous abominations, and how cute they are, and how much we want to smooch them, because all things deserve love, even if they're scary and horrifying, as I think we exemplified here today. So you can check that out wherever podcasts are found, download it, give a review, all that kind of cool stuff. We are essentially, this is the last main event of the Sword and Spooky the month of October. We don't have any other themed events for the month because Halloween is on Tuesday. So thank you to everyone who did donate towards the main campaign of Pattyware International. Thank you to all of you who donated to Project Hope for this particular game. We will have more stuff coming up soon. I think Pattyware is going to go, the donations for Pattyware will go on a little bit longer as well, because we did have to postpone a game of Sunken, which is getting rescheduled. So you can look out for that. Otherwise, Horizons Call is back every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Humblewood will be playing for the next few weeks. Like I said, 12 sessions. We're on episode 4 at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Sundays. And then we've got more stuff coming. We're gonna have some casting calls out here soon. We're going to have next month a game of Moon Sailors, which is a GM-less game. Game that I think Mare is organizing, not necessarily running. There'll be 2 sessions of that. We will have more movie nights on the Discord. So if you want to follow anything, go to beacons.ai/sword and key, all one word. You can find all of our socials there. You can find places to donate. You can find pallies to tip players like for Horizons Call. You can also join our Discord there. And like I said, we have movie nights almost every Friday. We're taking a break this coming week, but we will be back on the 10th for... I have Sunshine written down. I haven't found it streaming, so that's tentative. But yeah, otherwise, come hang out, come chat with cool people, and have a good time. And yeah, and again, thank you for joining us for this game. Thanks for sitting with us and having fun with us. So thanks to our players. Thanks to Anniek. Anniek, do you have anything you want to sign off with?
Nope. Just a general keep an eye out for casting calls, because there will be more horror next year.
Fantastic, spectacular, and tentacular. I will see you all in like 20 minutes.
I'm going to bed.
Yes. And also we are raiding in that time, so go be cool and say hi to... Yes. Singularity roleplay, absolutely. Okay, take care of yourselves, folks. We'll be back.